Alrighty, guys. Continue. That's right. So we ended upstairs here. We had just come up here at 2100 hours so we could talk to somebody that was pretty difficult to get a hold of. So now I think we want to go back down and talk to that guy, Titus, right now, and see if we can convince him to give us more information. It might be too late to talk to the guy about our gun. Or no, that's right. We got that information. We have to wait until 2200 hours to meet the next person, which we're not quite there yet. We have a little bit of time to kill. So we'll go talk to this person first. Yeah, what a nightmare for things to go so bad once you start the stream. If things are going to break towards the end of the stream. That would be great. So what is an idle clicker game exactly, Sheely? Is that the ones where you do commands and it takes like 4 hours, 12 hours, 2 days until like the next command you can do? I started playing, I think it was called Clash of Clans a long time ago with Andy. And it starts off really fast, you're making quick progress, and then it reaches a point where it just takes forever to do anything. I don't know if that's considered an idle clicker or not. It's like cookie clicker. I never played that one, so I couldn't compare. Okay, so this Titus guy is right in here. You know, I might have to put some more stats up to convince him. I'm not sure how we failed before. Let's see if we can talk to him. Hey, the disco ball's going. All right, Titus, I gotta talk to you
again. What is it?
Gosh, look how bad the skill is. So we got to increase our logic. We already have quite a few things on there. Oh, that's right. There's also another thing I need to implement in the game so you guys can help me out and vote for choices. So let me go ahead and set that up real quick. I almost forgot about that. That one's super helpful. Unfortunately, you have to implement it every single time you start the game, which is kind of a bummer. Oh, you know what? I had uninstalled it because I wasn't able to turn it off when we were playing, what is that called? Jackbox. So I need to reinstall it real quick. Okay, I got my code. Now I need to activate it and set it on a panel. Okay, so it should be on now. Let me go ahead and turn it on here. Yeah, so what is Cookie Clicker exactly? Is that the puzzle game? Okay, so we turn on Twitch integration. We put in our code. All right, I think we're good. So you guys should have the controls on the screen right now. So we need to get our logic up. What is our logic right now? Only a 2. I do have a skill point I can use, but I can't put it in there right now because it's already maxed out. So let's see if we have any inventory items, like clothing, things like that, we can equip to actually help our logic, because we do not have good stats for that right now. So it's like a simple, mindless task to get points and use those points to buy things that make the game play itself for you, and you get major diminishing returns until you start to have to buy things or speed it up. Now, that's one of the things where when it gets really slow, you could, of course, spend real life money and speed it up again, right? That's kind of what a lot of those games go for. Empathy. Oh, here we go. We can put on these glasses, and that helps with our logic. Let's see what else we got. Luckily, by this point in the game, we have a lot of different items, so I'm hoping we have a few things that might help us. Oh, this will give us 2 logic. There we go. What is this? I'm not even sure what that is. It's a hat. Okay. There we go. That's cool. Oh, and... oh, that's another hat, though. But that hat only gives us +1 logic, where this gives us +2. So we'll keep that. But still, if we look at our logic now we're at 5. We were at 2 before, so that's a huge bonus. Okay, so let's do a quick save. And let's try this again. I'm going to ask your guys' help to increase my chances even more. So let's go ahead and talk to him.
It's you again. What is it?
All right, Titus. So we're going to do this. See, now it's up to 58%. That's huge. It was like 17 before. But I'm going to do this where it asks you guys on your screen, there should be a button where you can give me a skill. We want to give me a skill in intellect. So add to my intellect if you can. That'll help the logic out. My intellect is so low with this character. Okay, you should have 15 seconds to do that right now. And it's kind of funny, Sheely, that a game like that actually has an interesting story. Like, I guess an idle clicker I thought would just be kind of like almost like a simulation game where you're building stuff or collecting things. I'm not sure, but I wouldn't imagine like it would have a story. That's kind of unique. Okay. Fingers crossed that worked. What do we have? Still 58. Okay, I don't know if you guys were able to do that. Well, let's try this out anyway.
A sudden flash of lightning in your neocortex. The hostel cafeteria is lit by its airy blaze. Floor plans, bullet trajectories, webs of human emotion, all channeled into a single thought.
That's good to hear, Sheely. Nice. I haven't played a mobile game in a very long time. Nothing against them. Just when I have free time, I much prefer to play on my PC or console. But when you're in a pinch or if you're out and about, that's perfectly great to do. I mean, what else are you going to do when you're stuck somewhere, right? Okay, so why are you so sure Ruby didn't off him? Because J does think that she offed him.
Because she was here all night with us.
Really? Hey, Dapper Alchemist, how's it going? It's good to see you, dude.
He's cobbling together shit so he can put her away. It's Cop 101.
We're just trying to grill some guy for some information because we need to pin this murder on somebody, and we're trying to find out who probably did it.
She was here all night? 12:25 to 12:15? She was here during all that time?
Yeah, with us, drinking, near the stage there.
Does she smoke? I'm not sure if she smokes. She didn't go to the toilet. She didn't go to the bar. She didn't go for fresh air. Let's ask if she didn't go to the bar.
No.
In the whole 45-minute window, she was with you all the time?
All right. She took a fucking leak, okay? For one moment. Maybe went out, too. She has a complex operation to run from her lorry. She's a busy girl. Always has been.
So she couldn't have been with you 100% of the time. She had to use the restroom.
Of course, Ruby is the lady driver in this great big jam mystery.
Oh.
Probably. You'll have to keep investigating. They'll never open up about it.
Everybody is scared of the lady driver that is in that lorry group, and this might be the one. Maybe it makes sense why they're all scared of her. So you normally do too, but you've been choosing these over your PC games. They're really good. Sadly, since the puzzle game is so complex, there are only so many levels, so now you have to wait until more come out to play again. Oh no. Well, did they release content often, Sheely? Or is this like, do you wait a long time and then you get a sequel kind of thing?
Just because she was gone for 5 minutes doesn't mean she magically got to the roof and shot the merc. I've been through this. It's not plausible.
Well, actually, we know kind of a secret way up to the roof.
All right, we're in. We got Ruby unaccounted for sometime during the window. This was crucial. Now let's place her on that roof.
We should mention this. There is a secret route in the kitchen that leads straight to the roof.
Oh.
He looks sincerely curious through what looks like an abandoned pinball workshop, which we've been through a bunch of times.
People say there was a pinball arcade here, sometime before the hostel.
Mm-hmm.
What was it called, Theo?
East Delta Pinball Arcade. Weird place. Went bankrupt.
Okay, but how'd don't you get up? There's no room for a staircase in this building. Or an elevator, for that matter.
Actually, there is an elevator because they needed to move the pinball machines up and down. Couldn't do that with stairs very easily.
The elevator is outside the building. It's an old dumbwaiter used for moving pinball machines up and down from the workshop.
From there, a door leads straight to the roof. You can just step outside.
Ruby could have gone up, shot him, come down. All under 7 minutes.
Way less than 7 minutes.
That's quite the theory. We need to have a look at that secret passage, boys.
Hey, we're making some progress. I like it.
I'm on it, boss. Right when the law clears, me and Angus are going up there.
It's a dumbwaiter, not an industrial lift. How about I go instead of...
Just now. You got something else to back this route up? Or is that it?
Let's see, you're not sure? You sign up to get emails when they add new levels. You're really good at the game, so you finished it fairly fast. And apparently it took most people at least a week to beat the 16 levels. Only took you 2 days. Holy cow, that's awesome, Sheely. Maybe in the meantime, I wonder if there's any other games that are kind of similar to that. Sometimes those game stores are pretty good at, suggesting games that have some similarities. I've never played anything quite like that, so I couldn't suggest anything, but hopefully there's something out there to satiate that need for that type of game. Okay, have we firmly established Ruby could have had access to the roof from where the man was shot?
Firmly doesn't go well with could've.
Yeah.
There's a route to the roof. Me and the boys need to check it out. That's what we established. But a route does not put that bullet in his head. A gun does that. And Ruby doesn't carry one.
Phase 2. Murder weapon. Get a gun in her hand. If not that, then at least a shadow of a doubt. In the shape of a gun.
Okay, we need to figure out how she might have had a gun actually do the murder. Now see, there are some other games like it, but you've yet to find one that strikes quite the same chord. I know that feeling, for sure. Yeah, there's definitely some types of games that I love, but there's one particular game in that genre that I just love above all else, and nothing else quite scratches the same itch. Okay, well this is important information here. We analyzed the bullet that killed him, and it was jacketed.
So
it had to come from a breech-loading rifle. Military grade. Not even you militia monkeys have those. This goes against your short-range theory. If the murder weapon was military grade, how did Ruby get it?
Not sure if we know that yet.
Wait. Did he say you don't have big guns?
Uh-oh.
No. Just say you're honest with him. Don't challenge him.
Yeah, just because it's rare doesn't mean you can't get it.
Calm. That's exactly what it means.
That wasn't strong.
I mean, this is Revachol. Everyone gets a gun. We'll say, guys, this is Revachol. Anyone could get a gun around here. Anyone.
Look, fucko. Ruby and I are pretty tight. She would have showed me the gun if she had one. She knows I love guns.
yeah, everyone knows Glenn loves guns.
Well, if you were planning on murdering somebody, you wouldn't show them your gun, would you?
I don't know, Glenny. Ruby's a little secretive, isn't she? Wasn't like she told you every little thing.
Thank you, Shanky.
This one does not like Ruby. May prove useful.
I like this one right here. Classier and Ruby said Ruby takes care of things. You don't do that without a gun in Revachol.
She organizes things. She doesn't whack people. That's not the kind of person she is. She's a talker.
It's clear this one is protective of her.
We're kind of figuring out which guy we need to focus our energy on. And Sheely, the puzzles are super satisfying. You made yourself a rule to only get 1 hint per every 2 levels, so it was rather challenging. So you even made it take even longer than it could have. But the puzzles were fair enough to make you not mad, which is important. That's hit me in a lot of adventure games for sure, other than one specific part of a level. And that one was the only part you didn't like, though. That's really good. So it seems like there were some tricky parts, but it was always satisfying and fun.
Easy now, Glenn. What he's trying to say is, people who don't have guns don't shoot people. You need a gun for that. You can't prove she has one.
This is tough.
You don't need to prove anything. Doubt is enough for now. And Titus must have some.
So this is interesting. The local pawn shop sold my lost gun to a woman. Maybe it was her.
You lost your gun?
The blonde man is taken aback, not even laughing.
What an idiot!
Crap.
Tell me, did you lose it before the murder?
It was a joke. Actually, no, I don't think we did lose it before the murder. Because I think the body was there for like a week or something. So I'm going to say it was a joke.
Sure. Take your sorry ass out of here. Ruby didn't use your lost gun to kill him.
Stop thinking about your lost gun, damn it.
Dang it.
You'll get a heart attack.
This was merely a thought exercise. He did not lose his gun. Let's move on.
Okay, I didn't say I'd prove she had the murder weapon, just that we need to find her.
I don't know, Cop. Why don't you find your lost gun first?
Crap, I shouldn't have said anything about that.
Easy now, Al. This isn't comedy hour.
See, it's so much fun though, Sheely, when a game makes you feel like there's no way you're going to be able to do this puzzle, and then it clicks, and you put it together, and it's so satisfying, especially when you don't have to look anything up.
Titus, we're not seriously considering it, are we? Ruby wouldn't do this. Why would she do something like this?
Phase 3. Motive. The last component. The big one. Get this and they'll give her to you. Remember, don't piss him off. That never works.
I kind of like this one. It says, when Claudia came downstairs, Ruby appeared to know that something was wrong.
Nah, man. That's just Ruby. She's got shit under control. That's her whole thing. That's why she's so good.
I don't know about that.
Plus, man, it's like female intuition. You know, women talk to women. Which is sort of why we need someone on the team who they talk to.
Yeah, female intuition. That's what it was. You're right, Eugene. I mean, I don't want to piss them off. This is tricky. Oh, there go the dogs. I'm not sure what they're barking at. Gus must see a cat or something. And the game actually encourages you to use Google, not to search for a guide, but to search for things like ciphers and codes for locations. So that's kind of interesting. The game actually wants you to get outside information to figure out what you're doing. That's pretty cool. Oh gosh, I'm not sure which of these three I want to do. Which of these three is it going to be? I like this one because, I mean, what they're saying is kind of ridiculous. Let's kind of make fun of it a little bit. Just hope that doesn't piss them off. But no, it specifically said don't piss them off. Let's not antagonize them. Let's go with, or she knew what happened because she killed him.
Not so useful.
Dang it. Kind of like this, though, too. It's not why did she kill him. It's why did she organize the cover-up.
And I suppose you have a theory on that.
She could have been covering up for herself, Titus. Georgie, quiet.
think about it. Why go through all that effort? It was her idea, wasn't it? The hanging. You went along, but she suggested it.
She had, like, a fully formed plan and shit. Right when she came back downstairs.
Okay, Andy's in the shower right now, and the dogs are going completely apeshit. So I'm just going to go see what they're seeing. I'll be right back, guys. Give me just one sec. I don't know. Nothing at the door. Maybe they saw a cat in the backyard. No idea. But whatever it is, didn't require that much noise. And you have to call and text phone numbers with your actual phone for puzzles? Ooh, Sheely's. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Just because this is the realist coming out. They're just farming personal data. It's just one of those things, and now they can connect your whatever account that they have access to, whether you're on your iPhone or your Android phone or whatever that is. With now they have your phone number, or I don't know how else you communicate to them. But it's just, I wonder, are they just farming for information now? But I always worry about that kind of thing. It's probably nothing.
Really, Shanks? Claudia wanted to talk to another girl, that's all. She was just the first one up there. I could have come up with that plan if I'd have been first.
Oh, that's good. You don't actually have to do it. It's an optional thing. Yeah, but it's kind of funny, though. That's why there's so many free services out there, like Facebook, Twitter, and all these things. They're all free because we're the product. They just want our personal information, and they sell that to advertisers. And that's pretty much how you get all these services for free without paying monthly or whatever.
Time for a logics demonstration.
We want to go with the weak one. Was that Eugene? Let me scroll up a little bit. Oh, I don't think I can go that far back. I remember. I think it was Eugene. Oh, no, Shanky. Shanky's the one that doesn't like him. So let's go with Shanky. And you already get a million calls about extended automobile warranties. Those are the worst, Artho. How's it going, Artho? It's good to see you, man. And text from the GOP asking for money. Not sure my number is secret anymore. Nobody's is. It's ridiculous. But it is just one more. And it's not even also so much that your number's secret, but they want to connect your number to other things. Because the more information these companies can get from you and tie it to a single source, the more powerful that source is. You know, rather than just a random phone number they can't connect to anything, if they can connect that phone number to this email address and that phone number to this Google account, then they have way more power. Let's go with Shanky, because he's the one that's going to freak out a little bit.
I didn't do it, fucker. It wasn't my plan.
What, your plan? What are you talking about, plan?
You probably did, though.
It's just a thought experiment. Think, Shanky. You killed him. You got up there, shot him, cut down.
Would you prefer to go on trial with your buddies as part of a lynch mob, or alone for committing murder?
Fuck you, man. I would never fuck my guys over like that.
He squeaks with indignation.
She didn't either. She would never do that. Why aren't more of you defending her? This is fucking stupid, Titus.
And people are starting to question it.
Glenn, I thought the same thing when she skipped town and left us in this shit.
Uh-oh. Now people are starting to have their doubts. I like it. Nate, what is going on? Nate, how you doing, man?
Oh, so he didn't rule her out completely. And she's skipped town. This is good.
And I kind of want to add this too, that Classier told me some pretty interesting things about Ruby, how she was kind of getting jealous and very protective of her.
Yeah. Like what?
Apparently she had a thing for Classier.
A thing? You mean?
He tilts his head to the side and falls silent. Are you doing good? Oh, you just had your first therapy appointment. Now I'm going to go have a snack and watch my favorite streamer. Oh, Nate, that is so sweet. That's good though. Hopefully, how did your therapy appointment go? Everything cool? What did you said first appointment. How did you enjoy it? I know that's a big thing is you want to be able to click with your therapist and make sure you guys have a good rapport. That's probably the most stressful part is like, oh gosh, I have to start opening up to this person. I hope it's somebody I, get along with. I get a good vibe from. That's really important. And it went well. You liked your therapist a lot. Ended up talking more than you thought you would. That is great news. And it's only going to get better from there, Nate. Congrats. That's awesome. And Sheely, someone else used to have the phone number that you have now. So now you get texts about that person's barbershop appointments. Come on. Wait, so you recently got it then? Because we're talking barbershop appointments. That shouldn't be more than like a year out, right?
Yeah, but they're both girls.
Oh, Fat Angus. You sweet summer child. He doesn't know about lesbians yet.
Girls like girls too, Angus, sometimes. This is one of those times. She liked Glacier.
Oh, Kim. Kim is so cool about just like letting everything be like, he plays it off as normal, like, oh my God, Fat Angus, I can't believe you. To like, it just happens. This is what it is. And Chop Floor Rice, how you doing? Tell me about barber appointments. I need a barber appointment. That's about all I can say. I've tried letting my hair grow out as long as I could, and I don't know. I think long hair is just not for me. Not a fan of trying to style it. Just takes longer in certain aspects of that. And it's like in that awkward phase. But I have a feeling the way my hair looks as it grows longer, I'm not going to be happy with it even if it was the length I was going for. And almost every app gets your phone number anyways. Yeah, definitely certain apps you have to like click accept if it wants that phone number. If a game wants my phone number, I'm out. You don't need my phone number, Fallout. How many subs for trying to get long hair? No, you don't want it. I was trying to do it for free on my own, Nate. Not a fan of it. It's pretty long now, though. It's like at least 7 inches on top, I think. Something like that, which is the longest I've ever had it for sure. Okay. How are we answering this? This is talking about Classier liking girls. Just what Kim said, yeah.
Fuck you. First he says she's murdered him. Now she's a who? It's a lie.
That's just what we heard. It's just what we heard. Oh, it's Luminous. Okay, right on. How's it going, Luminous? When I first saw that, when you said, tell me about barber appointments, I thought, tell me anything. But it's like, that's not the right person. You might have logged in once before with this. I'm not sure. Sashima, those are so awesome. How do you just bust them out like that? Are you a writer in your spare time? And Phantasma, how's it going, Phantasma? Good to see you. And Google and Facebook already have it, aka everything has it at this point. No trying to hide it. Yeah, it's just, and it just depends on who you want to give it to. I mean, of course, all that stuff is supposed to be protected, Sheely, but a lot of them are going to sell this stuff, especially the more unscrupulous companies like your Facebooks and things like that. They're well known to sell your information to everybody. And you dabble in the world of writing and creativity, that's better than I ever did. I never got into writing. It's just never clicked for me, but that's awesome.
Come on, Glenn. She likes Monica's titties more than you do.
Ooh.
Everyone knows which way the wind blows there.
I did. I knew it. That's why she didn't fuck me at Fatty's birthday party.
That's it. That's the only reason. It's because she's gay, right? Come on. Skywalker! What is up, Skywalker? It's good to see you. You must be so excited. Like 2 days until Resident Evil 8. I'm guessing you're going to be playing it on Friday? Yeah, it's got to come so naturally to you, Sashima. And please guess what's coming. You're ruining my moment. Sorry, Phantasma. Did you finally get an update on the computer and it's going to come within the week? If that's the case, that's actually better than my estimate. I was guessing at the very end of the month. We're still at the beginning of May. If it came by mid-May, that would be amazing. Oh, it's going to be a few weeks for that? Oh, no worries. It shipped! Yes! So what's the expected day, Phantasma? Let's see, are you going to be visiting John's house tomorrow during the stream? Oh, the only one person can really do that. Well, two people. Besides my wife, Drill Shanka, who you see in here, and Spider Monkey. They don't live too far away, so they could actually drop by during the stream. Spider Monkey has threatened to before. And you generally don't really care about your number being sold. You know enough not to get scammed by phone call people. Pretty much. Yeah, and the only thing that sucks is if somebody tried to like dox you or something. The more places have that information, the more easily available it is, which kind of sucks, but that's a pretty rare occurrence. I know, when we can start doing things, it'd be great to have Spider over and do like a multiplayer game. Maybe get my wife in there, we can all play Mario Party or some crazy game like that. On May 13th, oh, that's so exciting. Only like a little over a week, Phantasma. That is great. So where is it coming from? I'm still curious. If it's shipping, it's already shipped and it's almost 9 days. That's a pretty long shipping process. Is that the other side of the country? Sheely, I'm not important enough. You'd be surprised, Sheely. You just piss off the wrong person online. You could just be playing a game. They come for you. They come for you.
She didn't fuck you, 'cause you're 40 and you still live with your mom, Dennis.
I'm secretly a call center operator. I actually did work for a call center briefly, right out of high school. I did tech support for UPS for a little while, just like a few months.
So this is why Shanky doesn't like her. Useful for you. It makes him advocate against Ruby.
Yeah, that was my very first job, and it didn't last because they wouldn't let me go part-time. When I first started the job, I was going to work full-time through the summer, and then when I started school in the fall, I told them I have to go part-time. They said, yeah, that's fine. Push comes to shove. Once it got to fall, they said I couldn't go part-time, so I quit. And that's when I got the job at Blockbuster Video. That's so funny, Phantasma. I would have been so upset when I saw that first email. I would have been like, wait, what? It's canceled? So Classier said she made advances on her, and she thwarted them.
Ruby then threatened her and told her to end her relationship with the deceased.
This is some sordid shit. It's also the kind of garbage our Miss Aronier puts out to cover her own ass.
Do we say this? Do we say that she told us when we were close to arresting her, which is true? Or do we say she just told us? Ruby made her scared and she spilled the beans. That's what it sounded like, and that's less incriminating. So I think I might go for that. Oh, I see. Because it took so long, they were giving you a chance to switch it, I guess. Which still, it makes you feel like you're starting the whole process over, which is also terrifying because you waited all this time. Oh, you can't tell where it's coming from? Oh, that's a bummer. And Artho, you sold underwear and movies out of a gay-oriented catalog for your call center job. Decent work, except for the folks that were unhappy to be on that mailing list. Yeah, I can imagine so. But still, I mean, a job's a job, right? As long as you're not hurting anybody. And you remembered having an iced brown sugar oat shaken espresso from Starbucks? Oh, that sounds delicious. I've never had that before. Brown sugar oat shaken espresso. Might have to order that next time, just because it sounds so interesting. Okay, let's go with this. She just told us Ruby made her scared and she spilled the beans.
That Ruby is queer as cabaret. Now that I start thinking about it, I don't know why I didn't see it earlier.
There we go.
And that's okay. Some are queerer than others. You can still be a Hardy. But if you bring your own personal shit into our outfit...
Don't do that. A Jill sandwich. And you were prepared to wait. You were just so sick of sitting in front of your computer all day, probably taking the heartbreak after this week. Hey, I'm still so happy for you. I'm glad it actually shipped. That is great news. Oh my gosh, what are you writing? To the others who may find the realm of vocabulary to be a difficult opposition. And the rest of that is craziness, Sashima.
And then, boss, use us to cover it up? I mean, that's just fucked up.
That is messed up. They're like your friends, you know, you're their boss.
If it's true. But it's not, right?
Ah, they're all starting to doubt it. Okay, so I think I've pretty much said all of my important speaking points. These other two, they look like they're actually working against me. I don't think I'm going to go for those. Oh, that's right, Sheely. I remember you ordered those glasses. I'm really curious to say maybe on Thursday you'll let me know how it actually works. Yeah, at this point, Phantasma, anything will be a huge victory, right? Okay, so we'll say, Titus, you have to see it. Things don't add up. We need to talk to her.
Silence. He looks around the room.
Ooh, did we get him?
The old man in the corner nods.
Once you got Theo's approval, you know it's all good.
This is the only option he cares for.
The guy misread that. It's actually, this is the only opinion he cares for. That's okay. I can't even read a few lines of dialogue and not make a mess up. He's read how many?
Yeah, I see it. There's one more thing I've been wondering about. Ever since you asked me where she is. Add it to your list of suspicions, if you won't.
Oh yeah, it's going there. But we need more help from you to find her. Okay, Sashima, when I started reading that in my head, I was like, things are not clicking. Where are you going with this? Oh, and they look like normal glasses? That's good. I've seen some like gamer glasses, which I think also help with blue lights. They're like yellow tinted or like kind of orange tinted. They look really interesting, different.
I don't know. I don't know where she went. She just got up and left. Got real scared, too. Wouldn't tell me where. However, hard I asked. Want to know why?
Is it because the cops came into town?
She was afraid I would tell you. Maybe she was right. By now, I probably would.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man, I wish that she did tell him.
She knew there's evidence on her, and she knew we'd find it. This is typical suspect behavior. Why fleeing is always incriminatory.
I think we got the right person. Now we just have to find Ruby.
Perhaps. Ask her if you find her. It won't be easy, though. She made sure of that.
Okay, when did she leave?
Friday afternoon, when you first arrived. I got word the RCM was in town. Then she came in to see me. Told me she was leaving. That's when we had our little conversation.
And what was she scared of?
I told you. You.
Me as in the RCM? Or me personally? I think as in the RCM, right?
No, you. As in the cop with the sideburns and the disco clothes.
Wait, why me personally? Sashima, I definitely don't think he did it. But, I mean, he definitely has been really gruff and kind of, I don't know, intimidating. He's been trying to push us around this entire time. I think it's just who he is. I think they all got worked over on by this girl.
And a hole in his heart. That first.
I like this joke. She probably knew me from my singing days. Well, let's try that. And the hole in his heart. I'm not sure what that's about.
Why not? You suck on that gun like someone tore you a brand new asshole.
I'm sorry. God, why does everything flee at the sight of my shadow? She probably knew me from my singing days. Dingo, what is going on, Dingo? Welcome. Glad you could join us. And then he killed someone else. He could have, but we only care about this one murder right now.
Yeah, that's real funny. She wasn't laughing, though.
He looks at you.
You know, when I first saw you limping here, I thought she was paranoid or sniffing her own supply. But now I'm not so sure.
That is right. Happy May 4th. Did you guys do any kind of Star Wars related stuff? Hey, Sashima, you found your calling at least. I couldn't even do that much. But if I have to be associated with something, Twilight Zone is a fantastic thing to be associated with. Oh, you guys did a Star Wars marathon? Which ones did you watch? I guess you could probably knock out 3 movies before you might have to take a break, I'm guessing. So what else did Ruby tell you about me? All 3 of the originals? Nice.
She said you have a funny taste in clothes and that you won't stop.
Won't stop?
Until you have something on her. She said she's heard of you from Jamrock, that you're a human can opener, that you play suspects against each other, open them up like cans.
Hold on. What he's talking about sounds like what we're doing right now, but I'm really just trying to find who really did it. I'm not trying to like put these people against each other. Am I?
Fucking hell. Titus, did he just...
Open Angus up like a can? Yes, he did. Now, we can whine about it, whack him, or we can go on with our lives. I'm having to go on with our lives.
Wow.
Today, Al. How about you?
And Sashima, you watched Star Wars in the proper order? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? And then stopped at 6, I'm guessing? Or did you keep going? And Dingo, so things at the job got really stressful and I'm trying to stay calm. Oh no, Dingo. That sounds like almost weekly with Andy. They're changing like systems and doing all kinds of new processes. So like I'm hearing all kinds of exciting stuff about Andy's work and it sounds super stressful. Bummer that you're going through that, but it's all part of the learning process. You'll get there. And then pretty soon you're going to be like, this job's easy. What was I ever stressed about? Most people insist you watch them 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, but don't you want to watch them in chronological order? I mean, start with the worst and then get towards the best, right? You don't want to start with the best.
It's not an actual question. Silence. He nods.
Anything else? Did she tell you anything?
Yeah, there was something else. She wouldn't tell me, though. I could see she wanted to. It was burning on her lips. This caught Titus. This caught me.
See, now this is super
But she was
interesting
too scared.
because we don't know very much about ourselves. So we're kind of getting glimpses of information that we don't have because we lost our memory.
Scared. You should be too. A strange fear creeps over you. A metallic taste in your mouth. Change the subject.
I don't like that. Is that when we're about to kill ourselves? That's a good point. Watch whatever way makes you feel happy. There's no right or wrong way to do it. Something is better for one person isn't good for another. So Dingo is not so much the job itself, but more the people in your department. One of the people was let go today, and now you have to learn quicker to help fill the gap. Oh, that's not good. So you were just still trying to get on what you were doing, and then boom, somebody gets let go, and now you have even more responsibility while you're trying to learn the rest of it. Jeez. Seriously, that's got to be a lot of pressure. Well, I mean, your management knows you just got hired. You're still figuring everything out. And if you have any problems, be sure you tell them. Just let them know, hey, I'm getting really pushed hard on here. So let me know if you have any advice or what I could do to kind of, help keep all this down, because that's their job. Their job is to enable you to do your job. So when you feel overwhelmed or you have too much on your plate, you got to let your manager know. That's one I still have to watch is Rogue One. I've never seen it before, and I've heard it's like one of the best ones, but I do need to check it out. Okay, do you have any clues on where Ruby went?
She's not far. We know that much. She didn't take her lorry, so she's on foot.
That's kind of interesting. You would think she would have just taken off, like, on vehicle as far as she could get.
Good fucking luck, man. She knows this place like the back of her hand. You'll never find her.
Dang, this is going to be a pain.
Yeah, Al. And we won't either.
She's not really a hardy candidate anymore, is she?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. That would be fun, Sashima. That's a cool idea. It doesn't work so much for me because I use a green screen, although technically I could still kind of do it. Like, I could record myself on a green screen with, like, my head popping out through the side, or throw myself on a green screen sitting right here in the chair. All of a sudden, John gets up and starts to walk away while there's another John still here streaming. Just weird things like that. That would work. I kind of like that idea. Just have them randomly play from time to time. Yeah, I've heard it is really different. It was the same guy that directed the last not the last Godzilla movie, but the Godzilla movie from 2014, which I actually really enjoyed that one. So, definitely want to check it out sometime.
She's not, Glenn.
Okay, have you looked for her?
A little. On the coast.
Where have you looked for her, more precisely?
More precisely, on the coast, past the waterlogged. She's not here, so I'm thinking she's there.
Can you tell me where on the coast I should start looking? It's a big coast, come on.
Sure, there's some shit houses there, a cinder block town. Fisher folk there refuse to unionize, so that's one place we haven't looked.
I mean, I was over there earlier. I didn't go into any of the buildings, so maybe she could be in one of them.
I hear they have a shack where junkies sometimes crash. Time for you to step up.
You know, the guys that were trying to open up that church to like do a concert or something, they had mentioned that there was a woman going in and out, and I think they locked someone in there. What if that was her? So have three angry Johns standing behind him looking down. One just looks at the camera and then back at John, and then they all slowly walk off camera. And I'm like, who's watching me all the time? Chat is, what's happening behind me? There's nothing there. And then just call you guys liars. Like, there's nobody around. What are you talking about? That's a cool idea, Soshima. I like that. Oh, a bearded dragon dingo. That could be so cool. Andy wanted a iguana for a little while, which I heard they're kind of tricky to take care of, but she wanted one of those. And then she went right back into wanting another puppy. I would much prefer an iguana. Having a dog is way more work and just a lot of other things. Not that they're not a lot of work, but like when we walk the dogs and stuff, 3 is plenty. I don't need any more.
We will start there. One more question. What does Ruby look like?
That's a great question, Kim.
Boyish. Hair's red. Dyed. She looks like a Lowry man.
All right. It's not much, but it'll do. I mean, red hair, that's a good hint.
It'll have to.
He puts his hand out. Let's shake it. Let's shake his hand.
His grip is firm and reassuring, like holding a piece of unpolished granite. Not just granite, tightly packed RCM Sergeant material.
I don't want to tell him he should be a cop. Let's just think it. Just think it.
No, he already is a sergeant. That's what you're feeling. He just wasn't sure what you are.
Nice. I've never heard of the Hearst song, Phantasma. It's a weird tradition. I don't think I've ever heard it. I have to listen to it to see if I recognize it, but just the name doesn't ring a bell. Yeah. Fish or guinea pigs? I mean, fish should even be easier, right? Platypus. Although, still not cheap. Like, so many of these animals need to have all these special things done to keep them alive. So, still a lot of work, still expensive. Have I looked at this window yet?
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling-height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers.
I just noticed it let me look there. Oh, there's some perception I can look. What do I see out the window?
There's a yellow ribbon tied to one of the branches. Light yellow, faded with time. A tiny splash of color in the blackness of the thicket. Hanging from it, a bronze key.
Ooh, a key.
Someone hid the key in the bush and attached the yellow ribbon to make it easier to find.
Nice. I missed a key this whole time. Celestial Lynn, how are you doing? How's it going? Did you start Outlast yet? Let's see, in Phantasma. Oh, wait. Sheila, you said that you only play puzzle, story-driven mobile games, Google Play. Here's some anime dating sims. That happens to be on Steam a lot. It suggests some games. I'm like, what the hell makes you think I want to play this game, Steam? What's your algorithm doing? No, I've definitely never heard that song, Phantasma. Reading that right now. You started it and you were surprised you got that far. Nice. That's good, though. That's good. It's a fairly short game from what I remember, but I did really enjoy Outlast. I kind of liked Outlast 1 more than 2, but I'm not entirely sure about that. It seemed like 1 was much more focused and probably scarier, and 2 was like a much bigger, grander game, but also harder to follow. Let's see, your roommates have found a house, and you'll soon be out of the house by August of this year. Your parents agreed that you could adopt a pet once you're on your own, but your sister decided to bring home another kitten without consulting them. That's not cool, Dingo. Here you are trying to follow the rules, and your sister just brings home animals. You were very jealous and talked to them about it, and they agreed you can get a lizard early. Nice! There you go. There you go. I mean, what are they going to do? Get rid of the cat? So, that worked out. And see, what do you do when you find yourself bored with a game? Do you push through it, or do you finish to find a new one? So, Chopfla, if I'm playing it on stream, I pretty much, I mean, I don't get bored when I'm playing games with you guys. It's impossible. But if I'm playing by myself, that rarely happens to me. I can't think of a game I quit because I was bored. Because I typically do a lot of research in the games that I play. So I kind of know what I'm going to jump into before I jump into it. You know? So I rarely have that problem, I guess. No, Sashima, don't be boring. You guys are great just the way you are. You're not sure if you're going to be able to actually finish it, Celestial Lynn, but you'll try. Give it a good shot. Just be prepared for some shocking stuff towards the end. That's all I'll say. It definitely surprised the heck out of me.
It's close enough to the latch up there. One can slide it open and just take it. Surely not a coincidence.
And I guess I can tell them this too. Someone hid a key in the bush, and we point out the window.
Huh?
Can I say, can you let me slide by so I can grab that thing?
I don't know about that. I'm comfortable here. Don't think any sliding would really help right now.
Sorry, fucko. Looks like you're gonna have to go bush diving. Good fucking
Jerks.
luck with that. The Hawthorne's got a bitch of a bite.
Here I was trying to be nice.
I'm gonna enjoy the sight of you in the bushes out there.
With a loud thud, the old man stands up, pushes the window open,
Nice.
grabs the key from the hawthorn branch, and slides it across the table.
Thank you, Theo. Theo's the man.
The key is brass. Workshop spare is etched to its bow.
Oh.
The old man closes the window and sits back down.
I bet
in
this
silence.
key opens the door to the secret entrance.
Come on, man. We were just having some fun. Where's the harm in?
Yeah, Sheely, I see those weird hentai games all the time advertised on Steam, and I don't own any of them, so I'm not sure why they keep popping up. Although I think I see them because like they're really popular, I guess. Like if you look at like the popular new releases, oh, we see some of those anime sex games. It's just inevitable. It's Steam. Sashima, is it supposed... Oh, you're trying to be boring, Sashima. Gotcha. And Dingo, your mother would send me to see Jesus early if you brought home a lizard and bugs into her house. Oh, 100%. Yeah, always, even with roommates, honestly, you should always kind of let everybody know what's going on, make sure everyone's on the same page, kind of thing.
I'm tired of listening to your shit.
All right, let's just say thank you and nod to the old man.
Don't thank me. I don't give two shits about your key.
There is a silence around this man's words. Unlike Titus, they're afraid of him. That's the type of respect he commands.
Ah, so maybe this is how Ruby got to the roof that night, using this key.
Wild theory, cop man. The worst thing is, I like it. She's been in this box plenty of times. This would give her access to the workshop route.
Now, Phantasma, Lamb Chop, that was the puppet, right? That was like a little lamb and the old lady kind of had it, I think. I remember of Lamb Chop. I don't think I ever actually watched Lamb Chop. I more knew about it sort of like I knew what Barney was because he was such a popular character, but I never actually watched Barney. That was after my time. Poor Sashima getting bored of my own attempt to be boring.
Boss, I don't want to make excuses for her, but...
Glenn? No.
Go ahead, Glenn.
Why did she put it back after she took it?
Look at Glenny and his girlfriend.
It's a solid point, Chinks. There's a lot of things off about pinning this on Ruby. Be careful when you find her, cop. Be fair.
Of course.
Give her a chance to defend herself.
I'm always fair, right, guys? Or is it always rigged? You're going to step back on the new Pokemon Snap. You're more interested in watching John play Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach game. I do want to try out that VR game probably first, Sashima. When does that new one come out, though? I'm not sure when the release date was. I would like a nice vegetarian snake. That would be interesting. Phantasma. That snake might not last too long, but that would be interesting. Maybe it's a thing. Kind of doubt it, though. Oh, what do you remember now, Skywalker? Oh, it got delayed to later this year. I mean, COVID is delaying so many games, it's ridiculous.
It's said without aggression, in good trust.
Okay, I think we got all the information we need here. Let's leave. Let's try the key out though, just to see if it works. Because this door right here has always been locked.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. The key fits the dimple lock.
Hey.
It takes a bit of effort to turn it after all these years, but then the lock clicks.
It's definitely for this door. I mean, if there's a game where you make decisions and people die, that's definitely right up my alley. So many characters have died. If we had a running total of how many characters I've killed in games, not like when you're playing Last of Us and you kill a bunch of people, like in gameplay, but more because of my poor choices. Characters die, that number would be astronomical. It got delayed 4 times. They're having some problems. That always worries me when a game gets delayed over and over and over again. There's something weird going on. Streamlab broke. It probably couldn't. Like, I could pop up the thing right here. Let's see. It was at 44 a second ago. I accidentally moved it up. I don't remember what game that was from, though. What game were we playing where it was 44? I'm not sure. Okay, so we got some for more information on Ruby. Oh, we're at 2,200 hours. I'm going to go ahead and use a health item right now because we're pretty low. And I need to go somewhere to find the lady that has my gun. Where was that? Here it is, Pigs. This person's name is Pigs. Confront the pigs and get your gun back. Someone's been running around with your sidearm pretending to be a police officer. You must meet her at the old fish market at 2200 and get your service weapon back. Just past the fishing village until you see a boardwalk. Oh, we've been there. That's where we found a corpse. Oh, wait a second. Does that corpse have anything to do with her? Okay, oh, that's the wrong way. I have to go down this road. Oh, he wants to release it on a specific date? That's interesting. You know you're self-published when you can make those kind of choices, because oftentimes game releases are based on fiscal year and company earnings and all kinds of crap like that, which is not as exciting. Okay, here's where I cross. That's right. A lot of times games get released and they're very buggy because publishers demanded you got to release it now because we want our books to look good and our shareholders to be happy and all that kind of BS. Versus you would prefer they just hold on to the game until it's actually ready to be released. But many companies don't have that option. Inside you hear the cozy sound of some heater spattering. Oh, there's a heater around here. Okay, where was a boardwalk? I think it's further down here. Yeah, there's been, what, 5, 6 of those Five Nights at Freddy's games? It seems like there's quite a few of them. That's right, I do remember them talking about a movie, but I don't... After I heard that, I didn't hear anything else about it. So I assumed it was canceled or something. Do we go up and around this way?
The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick layer of grime. They must have been like this for 40 years.
What's going on here? Let's try to see inside.
Dripping water falls from a high place. All you can see is the shadow of a collapsing staircase.
Oh, Phantasma, you did a request not too long ago. You're getting there. You're already up in almost the top 20. Now that's different, Sashima. There's tokens and tickets. The tickets you kind of use to make me do the different kind of like sound effect things. You can do a battle royale, different things like that. And the tokens you can use to play sound effects, request games, customize your little avatar characters, that sort of thing. Okay, Lieutenant, can you make out what's inside? And we point at the windows.
No. I won't even try. You know,
Takes his glasses off.
I had a partner once. They called him Eyes because he had to show me things. It's that bad.
Oh, man.
This partner of his, Eyes, things didn't end well. It saddens him to say his name. Don't even ask. He wouldn't
Skywalker.
answer. Maybe some other small talk.
You just narrowly made it in the top 20. Nice. But that's what's kind of funny about the tokens is that when you do request a game, you drop all the way back down to like rank 200 or something. You can actually customize your character quite a bit with 196. I don't know. Have you customized your character at all, Sashima? Where are you? There you are. No, so you're still a blank slate right here. Yeah, you can totally do quite a bit to customize that character. 77,000 tickets. That's crazy. So to customize that character, Sashima, just scroll down below the stream a little bit, and there should be a panel called Stream Avatars. You can use that to kind of browse and buy different hats and weapons and costumes, things like that. Okay. Well, let's ask him. Can you still... Nah. Let's talk about something else. Just nod. It does suck how bad Kim's eyesight is. What is that? Is this... Oh, this is the person we're trying to find. This is... What is his name? Pigs. That's right. Okay, before we talk to Pigs, we should increase our level a little bit. We actually just got 2 skill points. I'm not sure what I should put points into. You know, let's put some into Shivers. This has popped up quite a bit, and I haven't really used it very much. Like, I haven't had put more skill into it. We'll do one more. I feel like Shivers pops up all the time. How are you not specking the Cthulhu stats? You mean in your little character down there? There might be some Cthulhu-esque outfits, I'm not sure. Alright, pretend. The aging woman under a mountain of police paraphernalia mumbles to herself, then notices you and reaches for the megaphone. This is kind of amazing. She is almost like like an entire squad car. Just like a homeless person completely decked out in police gear.
Show me your hands. This is the pigs. Show me your hands. Right now. Show me your hands. Right now.
This is a problem because she has our gun. She could shoot us.
Scavenged, battery-powered police lights protrude from her back. The flickering light show reveals a gun in her shaking hand.
She's the one that bought our gun from the pawn shop. Oh, become the Cthulhu Inspector. We were pretty close to that, Sashima. There's some characters, they're called cryptozoologists, I think, and they look for animals that don't actually exist in the real world, but they like to try to find them. We were helping them out, which is kind of like being a Cthulhu Inspector.
Her hand is trembling from some sort of neurodegenerative disease.
Madame, please drop the firearm immediately.
Oh, is Kim gonna shoot her?
You shouldn't be here. Something's very wrong with her. She's completely out of control.
Let's raise our hands. Let's go along with it.
The man appears to be pulling out an object from his pocket. Fear the threat! Fear the threat!
Oh crap, are we gonna get shot?
Superseding event. Split-second decision. Get on the ground. Get on the goddamn ground!
Ma'am, we just want to talk with you.
Subject yourself to a full body cavity search. Prohibited materials concealed in nostrils, ears, mouth, navel, urethra, foreskin, vagina, and rectum.
You might not find very much in our vagina, sorry to say.
In her mind, the cavity search is happening, as long as she's saying it. It appears the things she says are very real to her.
Well, maybe we're safe then. If she says that she shoots us, but she doesn't actually shoot us, then maybe we can take the gun. She'll assume we're dead.
Be careful, detective. Don't do anything that might set her off.
This is gonna be tricky.
This is dangerous. You're 70% certain you always leave your gun loaded.
Oh. We have pretty good hand-eye coordination skill here. Time to get my gun. All right, we could either get shot or we can get our gun back, potentially. Let's try this out. I'm going to try to request for some skills from you guys. So for hand-eye coordination, we need motorics. Okay, so let me go ahead and try that. Now on the screen, you should have an option to give me a stat. Give me more skill in motorics, and it'll ask you to subtract something, take it out of something else. And Artho, the fact brought to you today by John Cadia, when you need to know which orifices might contain things, or which orifices may or may not exist on my body at this time. Oh, it's still at 72%. I don't think that increased it, unfortunately. John has his priorities. Was that what? That one, Sashima? It's funny, she just went through the whole laundry list of every cavity in the human body. Not all of them apply to us. Okay, let's try it. 72% chance. We got this, right? She's so unstable, I don't think anything's going to help us out here. Let's try it.
Alright, here's the plan.
There we go.
You fling the chain cutters in her face, already darting right, and immediately close the distance. Left hand grabs the barrel, right one breaks the wrist.
Alright, let's see if we can subdue her. We're going to throw the chain cutters in her face, and then snatch the gun back. I think so, Phantasma. I think what you have to do, I haven't actually done it myself, but just from what other people have mentioned, you have to give me a point, and then I think you have to take one away from somewhere else, and then you have to click submit. I think if you don't click submit, it doesn't actually do anything. Alright, fingers crossed.
A drop of sweat runs down your nose, and in it you see the Martinez Inlet, wrapped in the night. In the abandoned fish market, 3 figures standing in a spectacular light show. A large, loud woman is pointing an empty firearm at the other 2.
Hopefully empty.
She doesn't want to listen, or even to be heard.
Okay, let's whisper to Kim. I'm almost certain there are no bullets in that gun.
Huh? My God, I think you're right.
Okay, let's just say, ma'am, the weapon you're holding is mine, and I know it has no bullets. The woman looks at the weapon in disbelief, her eyes suddenly reddish with tears. She looks straight down the barrel and squeezes. Oh God. Is she gonna shoot herself in the face? I hope there wasn't a bullet in there.
This isn't a police issue. Police weapons have bullets. This isn't real. What is this?
Thank goodness.
Police guns always have bullets. What is this? Why did you sell me this?
I kind of feel bad now, but I'm kind of glad it turned out this way. Nobody got shot. Yeah, I think that's what it was. There's definitely like a vote button as well. That's at least now you know. That's okay. I was trying to make sure everybody survives Tsushima. That's what's so funny about the stream, I think, is I always have good intentions. I always like to play the good guy, try to make sure everybody has a happy ending, and then I make poor decisions and everything goes downhill and I'm like, oops.
She looks devastated. Grab the gun right now. This might be your only chance.
Yeah, pick up the gun now. Why wouldn't we?
No one ever cares anymore. Why would they treat me like this?
Now, wait, Phantasma, was that the dog that I had to kill? Or was that the one I killed because I just did it in the gameplay and then I never heard the end of it? You think so, Sheely? It's like, yeah, you would kill a lot of people there, John.
Poor woman. We need to figure out what to do with her now.
Luckily, I have video evidence, Sashima. However, my actions still probably don't look that good.
Nobody's ever around. Nobody ever comes to visit me.
Gosh, I feel bad for her. We'll just say, I'm very sorry this is how life turned out for you, and gently touch her shoulder. I'm kind of scared to touch her. She might, like, attack. Now let's do that. Let's try to have some compassion.
Her scratched skin is warm to the touch, but the person inside doesn't even know you're there.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay, so what do you think is happening to her?
She's in a stupor. I've seen this before. God knows for how long. Could be days when they get like this.
But why is she like this in the first place?
Honestly, I don't know. Dementia, probably. Dementia and Channel 8 and loneliness.
Channel 8? A neurodegenerative disease? Our character mentioned that earlier.
Could be. Her hands were trembling and she did seem uncoordinated. But what are we going to do with her?
Should we just arrest her?
I don't think there's any need for that. In her current state, and without the gun, she isn't really a threat to anyone.
Luckily, she never had bullets. That's good.
We could let Titus know. This is a perfect problem for the local peacekeepers to handle. They might even know her family.
That's probably the best, honestly. Yeah, let's go with that. I mean, Kim's a smart guy. I almost always agree with whatever Kim says. We'll say, yeah, Titus sounds like the man for the job. Luckily, Sashima, that happened before our character, we even got control of our character. Because he was in a drunken stupor before we started the game. We lost our badge. We lost our gun. So we're just kind of figuring out what happened in the last few days when we were on our drunken bender. One of them was this woman purchased our gun. So we'll say, yeah, Titus should take care of it.
Then we can ask him once we get back to the whirling. But we have to hurry, because it's late, and they might have already gone home. But I think we're done here for now. Let's head out. This is done.
Please.
Nice.
Leave the radio on.
She mutters. It seems like a reflex, a half-remembered sentence.
Reflex to what? Being left alone? She stands motionless. Just a heap of clothes and flashes now. Maybe if you search her once more.
Wait, what would be the purpose of searching her?
The woman stands slumped. She looks catatonic under her mountain of RCM paraphernalia. Is one of those things a police cap?
Pick up the RCM police cap.
She doesn't even flinch as you reach out and disentangle the familiar-looking lieutenant's cap from her mountain of
Why did she have one of our cop hats? I'm so confused. Hey, she's just a big fan, right? And you wonder if there's a genuine 7 in 10 chance she doesn't shoot herself and a 3 in chance that she does. Ingenious, how's it going? Luckily with no bullets, she wasn't going to kill herself, but she might have tried. I mean, she actually did point the gun at herself and pull the trigger when I told her there was no bullets, which I freaked out because the game paused at the perfect moment and I thought she was going to murder herself because I made a mistake in guessing there was no bullets, but I got lucky. She didn't have the ability to.
Oh, is that yours?
It's hard to say. It's been so long since you wore yours.
I think so. Maybe. I like this. Maybe. Probably. You know me. We don't know.
It's your hat.
I'll shake her shoulder.
The old woman doesn't react to your touch.
She's out of it completely. Okay, we'll leave her be. So what are the stats on the hat that we just got? Where is it? I don't even see it in this list. Oh, here it is. +1 authority. Right now we have something that's +2 to logic and -1 perception. Let's go ahead and equip that. Why not? We look so ridiculous. I mean, I've done worse, Sashima. One time when we were playing, I think it was Unavowed, I tried to solve a baby crying with wine. It wasn't my first choice. It was that point in an adventure game where you just start using any item you could think of because you've kind of run out of options. So I tried that. Never going to live it down. Everybody always makes fun of me for that. John, that baby's being fussy. Why don't you try wine? Thanks, guys. Okay, so we're going to... Actually, if I bring up the map, can't I just, like, teleport back there? Yes, there we go. Might have a chance to tell him to go pick her up before too much time goes. I would have, except I didn't have any wine on me. That was actually one of our missions, was to drink alcohol. I haven't done it yet. But I also don't want our character, who's a pretty well-known alcoholic, to go on another bender.
The Copernado is back. What do you want?
I like how he changes it every time. Now we're Copernado. Okay, there's an old catatonic lady on the old fish market on the other side of the bay. She needs help.
What's that, Copper? You want us to help little old ladies now?
You're local law enforcement, aren't you? Helping troubled civilians should fall under your jurisdiction.
There you go, Kim.
Yeah. We'll send someone out. Who is? Wait. It's the pigs, isn't it?
Yep, her.
God. Poor lady. Don't worry. We'll handle this. I think she got some family in Kurong or something. Bastards left her alone when she got sick. We've been getting complaints.
That's so sad. Sea Trader? What is Sea Trader? Is that like a strategy, I guess, simulation kind of game about, I guess, old school like ocean trading?
Hey, wasn't Everard's B team looking for her the other day? They said something about her, I don't know, finding something?
Yeah, she found my gun.
Yeah, I think you're right, Gene. She have something of yours, Pig?
She did. We got it back. Oh, it was an old sim game where you trade wares over the ocean, and it's really hard. I remember watching Spider Monkey play like Sid Meier's Pirates, and I think it had like a little bit of that going on too. And you can do that like in Civilization. I think you could do trading by sea as well.
Whatever you do, do not admit to these punks you lost your gun. You will suffer if you do.
I already told them I lost my gun, but I'm just going to say, nope, didn't have anything in mind.
No? Well, whatever then, Copper.
He chugs his beer and wipes his mouth.
No. They totally said what it was. What was it? Anyone remember?
Shut up, Eugene.
I don't remember. I was fucking drunk.
Let me know if you figure it out back there. Now, anything else we can help you with?
I just kind of want to know, how did she get like that?
Wanted to be a cop, you mean? Well, shit. I don't actually know. Anyone know why she started acting like a pig?
Good question.
No fucking clue. It's gotta be the crazy. Who'd want to be a pig?
Someone who wanted to set the world right before it ends. Ever think of that?
No, I didn't. Because I'm not fucking stupid, Polizonte.
Yeah, Carl. That's some pretty fucking weird shit to say. The pigs level weird. But whatever gets you through the day.
All right. Well, thanks for helping out with this one, Titus.
No problem, old cop man. We take care of our mentally ill here in Martinez. Ain't that right, boys?
That's awesome, Phantasma. You married 8 governors' daughters in Sid Meier's Pirates. Hey, that's how you do the trade back then.
Sure enough, we're the real heroes on these streets.
Oh, and I like this. About that complex operation out of Ruby's lorry, I think it's tied to another case we're working because we were trying to find some stuff about some drug trafficking. And they mentioned a lorry driver, which is probably Ruby.
Nope.
That's all he says. He doesn't even do anything.
Next question.
He just, nope. Okay, we might be done for the day. We might need to go to sleep now. I'm not sure. Let's check our book real quick. So we need to ask about Ruby in the village. Got a few things. Oh, that's right. There's a buoy out there. We can look and try to find Classier's paperwork that she hid out there. And we have to find the murder weapon. Oh, that's right. There's still some more investigating that we have to do. I think from up here where the actual shot happened, possibly. No, we can use our little shortcut now. Transgender pirates. I haven't heard anything about that. Is this something like from like pirate history from like way back in the day, or is this something more like recent stuff? You know, you hear a lot about that, like women dressing as men to kind of do things they normally wouldn't allow women to do back in the day. I mean, that sucks that was a thing, but really cool that they got around it that way. You know, it seems like at nighttime, there's like never anybody here. She doesn't actually sleep in our house, which is kind of good because we can actually come in and out whenever we want. We're not locked out. Oh, she's actually still here. And it was more common than you think. Oh, that's cool. Now, it's always fascinating to hear stories like that. You never would think about them. And then when they tell you about it, you're like, oh, I guess it kind of makes sense.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo.
So this might help us find the murder weapon or know more about it. Okay, so visual calculus. We have a 58% chance. Where is visual calculus here? Is that under intellect? No, yes, it is. We have 3 in there, though. That's not too bad. Okay, so we're going to try this one more time. I'm going to click on this button to get a lifeline. If you guys can go ahead and give me some more intellect, that would be great. Be sure to click the vote button, too. It should pop up on the screen. Ready, set, go. Okay, you should have 15 seconds to do that. You did it! Yes! All right. I think it takes the majority vote. So if people vote for different things, maybe nothing happens? I'm not sure. Oh, it's still 72%. Okay. Let's try this, guys. Fingers crossed. Well, actually, before we do that, I could help myself a little bit because we're getting to some of the trickier things you really need to get done. Visual calculus. Do I have anything in my inventory that can help me with visual calculus? I do. These office shades help me. How funny is this? Every time you run into something you need to inspect, you quickly change all your outfit just to help you out with it. No, it only lasts, I think, for like the next 3 minutes or something like that. There's like a timer on there, Genius, and I think once that timer goes away, it resets back to normal. Definitely not permanent. I panicked and made you... You can actually do that, so you guys could go against me and make it harder for me to play. I hope you wouldn't do that, but you could. Okay, we're looking for visual calculus. That's right. Oh, that's -1. We don't want that. I do like this mask, though. That's like a plague doctor mask. Okay, I think we have the only thing that helps me with visual calculus.
This window is pristine on the inside.
Oh, still says
unlike
72.
The one next to it.
Guess I can't get any
Light
better.
from the desk
Okay,
lamp
fingers crossed.
reflects off the glass. In and up, golden light melts
Nice.
away into the blue, glassy darkness of your mind.
I rolled
In
11.
it are two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman on the single bed.
What positions are they in? I think she told me that he was on top when he got shot.
Like the witness said, the man is kneeling, the woman is on her back. It's the night of March 4th and a shot has just been fired. The man looks directly at the woman. The shot's possible directions converge in his mouth, a ray cast from somewhere outside, entering his brain.
Oh, so with the visual calculus, we're going to be able to like maybe determine the angle the shot would have come from based on where it broke the window, where it hit whatever else, and then maybe know what building it came from. Because this is going to be like maybe a potentially pretty powerful weapon. However, she was in the building, right? Because she went right back downstairs after she went to the bathroom. So maybe not. So where does it come from?
From the roof outside, location A prime. The glass fractures around the bullet hole. Shards face inwards like a corona behind the woman's back.
See, now that's weird because it could have gone... Like, supposedly she was in the building the whole time. I wouldn't believe she would have been in the building next door. Oh, physically, I got you, Phantasma. Yeah, that's what's kind of cool about it, is when I ask you guys for help on one thing, you have to subtract something else. And when you do that, that can actually potentially screw me up within that time frame that you made your change, because I can't do it again for like 3 minutes or something, and I could run into another check that requires physical right after that. Okay, inspect the ghostly figures.
The man does not know the bullet has entered his brain. He never will. Death comes faster than the realization.
That's brutal. Okay, have a look at point A, the roof.
The ray cast from the man's mouth unravels into a fan of possible directions, all on the roof at first. The shot could have come from any of them. This is composite location A prime, most likely of the origin points.
Yeah, shouldn't there be gun residue on the outside? That's a good point.
There could have been. Then the rain and slush and wind washed it away. Oh. This was more than a week ago.
Darn it. Oh, that's cool, Platypus. It's interesting because you studied forensics in your criminal justice degree. I remember you talking about that before. Platypus, I forget what game we were playing, but yeah, I definitely remember that. That's so cool. Very, you'll be able to kind of point out cool things that they do and probably things they get wrong. Okay, so I'm what? 80% sure the roof is where the shot was from?
72%, with a weapon that fires jacketed ammunition, likely a rifle. This is a good short distance, but not too short. The perpetrator aimed with their back against the railing, or possibly kneeling for precision. This would explain why it only took them one shot.
And glass fractures in a specific pattern depend on the angle, or on what side and angle, so the bullet or blunt object hits the glass. See, that reminds me of Dexter, how he would go into there and like analyze, like, oh, it came from this angle, and he was standing, and that person was kneeling. All that kind of stuff is fascinating.
The lights were on in here. Outside it was dark. It was like shooting fish in an aquarium, a well-lit aquarium. The victim opened his mouth to let the bullet in. Neither of them would have seen anything outside in the darkness, too busy with their own bodies.
Could the shot have come from inside the room, like a closer point?
Point X would contradict the woman's testimony, rendering the entire proposition void. These figures would be wiped out, Detective.
Are there any arguments against A prime the roof?
None that you've found thus far, but that doesn't mean there aren't any.
And the type of glass also affects this pattern? Oh my gosh, it gets really complicated fast, doesn't it? The forensics part puts you to sleep. That's where like the real complicated stuff comes in. Really going down to every little detail about how it may have actually happened. Could there have been another point of origin further away?
That's a 28%, yes. In this model, the shot could have come from a greater distance. Nothing excludes the possibility. Should we extrapolate to include every possible point of origin in Martinez?
Extrapolate the radius to include all of Martinez.
According to your map of the district, this shot could have come from a wide angle of locations, starting with the northern edge of the abandoned boardwalk, ending with an islet in the bay. Let's call them B prime.
Well, that's where they say that she might have ran to. More precisely?
B prime for boardwalk, B double prime for Land's End, and B triple prime for the islet detective. There may be smaller points in between, but those are too fine to zoom in on.
And the blood splatter physics are your favorite, though? That definitely reminds me of Dexter. I think he was like a blood splatter expert. That was such a good show in the first half of the run, and then it got so bad in the last few seasons. Yeah, I mean, that's really the only part that honestly matters, Phantasma. It's interesting to know what goes into everything, but the very end, the result, that's the important part. That's what's going to have ramifications. Have a look at point B prime, the boardwalk.
700 meters away. The likeliest of these B positions, 20% chance. A skilled sniper could have made the shot, provided he had a safe sniper's nest. Even with the light on inside, we're talking military training.
Dang.
At that distance, the perpetrator would have had to take wind direction into account.
What about B double prime, Land's End?
1.2 kilometers away. The least likely of these positions. Let's say 3%. A truly skilled sniper could have done it. Possibly from a tent. No, too far-fetched.
Okay, we could throw that one out probably. How about B triple prime, the islet?
1 kilometer away. An unlikely point of origin. Beyond the docks somewhere. On an islet in the Bay of Martinez, perhaps. There are islets there, badly charted as they may be.
So places we just don't even know.
The shot would have been a small miracle. 5% likelihood. There is an extremely narrow field of view from the bay to the window, between Rue de Saint-Ghislain 10 and 33A. The angle would have been extreme, and access to the islets is questionable.
So Kim, do you think the shot could have come from farther than the roof in Martinez?
From where, precisely?
Let's say B prime, the boardwalk. B double prime, Land's End, and B triple prime, the islet.
I see you have given this a lot of thought. Are those the locations you've singled out in addition to the roof? And what is the likelihood, in your opinion, that it came from a further distance?
Much less than from the roof, but still.
Okay, well, we should see if there is gunshot residue or sniper nest if we go down the coast. Rule these spots out one by one.
There we go. Hey, it's something to go on.
It would be the diligent thing to do. Until then, personally, I'm going with the roof version. It fits the hidden path through the whirling. A simple hypothesis.
That's definitely the most likely option. Okay, I wonder if we can talk to Classier at all anymore. You know, I have a free room I can stay at on the island. I can go all the way back there. Or, oh, no, she's gone. You know, she must go to bed at 2300 somewhere we can't find her. We could do that. Or I can go to that guy downstairs and pay, was it 20 bucks or something to stay the night? How much money do I have? I only have 50. So I'm probably going to go all the way downstairs, I'm thinking.
2 neon lit shapes.
Okay, I think we're done with all that in here. I know, right, Platypus? But I mean, using video game logic and timing and everything, you don't want to spend 3 hours drawing all this out and turn it into some big puzzle. I'm sure they do that just in the interest of time. Well, I think I need to tell Kim he needs to go to bed, right? How do I do that?
Yes?
I think it doesn't happen until I actually try to go to bed. I think he stays with me until that happens. I like the music it was playing right there. It was a very low-key version of... Oh, it's still playing here, yeah. It's the same song they played during the day, but it's very calm, low-key. Oh, that's right. I can use the map to fast travel there. I always forget about that. It'll save quite a bit of time. Oh, we got something to look at right here.
You think you have a pretty hot suspect right now, don't you? That ruby of yours?
Yeah. And?
Notice how it came together without casting too much suspicion on Clasia. It was nice and ruby-centric in the end.
What do you mean?
Anything strike you a bit off about this mishmash?
The bullet was jacketed. They don't just lie around, do they?
Good point. It is rather rare these days, but do continue.
And so far, no one has mentioned hearing the shot. That's a good point.
Notice how this hasn't come up at all. Even Hardy and his boys didn't mention it. Neither did you.
And the bullet didn't have to come from the roof. It could have come from anywhere on the coast. Less likely, of course.
Absolutely. It could have come from anywhere, but you're suddenly so certain it came from the roof behind the window.
Okay, I'm done thinking about this.
That's right. Finish thought. Just finish it and conveniently go on. She's watching you leave right now. You know that. Free as a bird on that roof. Lighting up a cigarette and thinking, am I glad Ruby's in this shit and not me?
That is the other highly susceptible, I guess, high suspect would be Classier. Actually being there with him. But then she would have had to have been scared of him or had some motive to actually kill him. Didn't sound like she did at all. So that's kind of hard to say either. Yeah, now, Platypus, I could see them doing a game specifically for that, to go into that kind of cool detail, and there probably are some kind of like that, but the scope of this game doesn't make much sense for them. Okay, so let's go to the fisherman, or the church. I think it's in the fisherman's shack, so we should probably go there first, because we need to ask people questions, and everybody's asleep. So I need to go to my shack, which I think is right here.
The door has seen better days.
Yeah.
The layer of paint has started to peel off due to the salt and wind from the sea. Even the lock looks slightly rusted.
This is the one they're letting me borrow. So, hey, I don't have to spend money to go to sleep every night. Okay, unlock the shack door with the key.
I'll be sleeping in my room in the whirling. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
All right. Good night, Kim. I think we did pretty much everything we needed to at night, which is good. Yeah, I really have no idea where it's going, Platypus, but it's really interesting. I don't think I've ever actually been in here before. The floorboards creak under your step. This is not a bad place.
On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small hand mirror. A straight razor soaks inside the wash basin.
Is shaving the right call?
The water reflects back a vague image of your face. Nose bulbous and red. Hair unkempt. Wrinkles lining the eyes and forehead. The stash is gigantic.
Oh gosh, do we dare remove the mustache? I'm not sure.
You'll be looking like a pansy without the chops. A fucking pansy.
We have a good chance to chop it off, but I don't know. I feel like that's our character. We're disco. We got to keep that going, right? You see waves, the sea, and a church. Old science fiction magazines, books about birdwatching, and an almanac from '39. This intricate heat engine hums quietly, giving out pleasant warmth.
A brisk coastal wind still howls against the window of the shack. Occasionally, the waves crawl in under the foundation, producing a low hum.
Let's listen in.
The room feels muffled, like you pulled your hat over your ears. Outside, it is cold and windy, but you're inside, and it feels safe and warm.
Nice that they actually have a working heater in this place.
What is this place to you?
Who the hell is that? I like this. My forward base for the coastal part of this operation.
Overhead, you hear the forlorn shriek of seagulls. Far below the birds, a wooden boardwalk filled with abandoned stands, tables and benches, Echoes from a long-lost time. A middle-aged man stands in a rundown shack on the edge of a fishing village, listening to the heater hum on the wall.
Is this like a flashback? I'm not sure. Thank you, strange sensation, for a fair assessment of the current situation.
Outside, the howl of the wind has picked up. The waves crash against the stilts again. It's as if you think the thought, but in someone else's voice.
Oh, interesting.
Look under the floorboards.
What are we gonna find? What? Under the floorboards. It looks like there's something right here we can look into.
An old mirror hangs on the wall.
Oh, it's a mirror.
You see the reflection of your face in it, adorned with the expression.
We still can't figure out where the expression came from. That's just what our face looks like, so we'll have to leave that for now. Hey, a new jacket. Sweet. How do I look under the floorboards? Maybe I can go outside and look under the floorboards? I'm not sure. I would think I could just do it inside there, but it didn't seem like there was anything I could click on. Let's check from out here. Well, there's the old lady that's letting me stay here. But no, I don't see anything else.
Late,
I want to look under the floorboards. They teased me about it. Come on. Is it my imagination, or is there something like right there on the screen? It's hard to zoom in. Oh no, that's a string going across. Okay. Yeah, I think we could just go to bed.
The bed is comforting, if a bit run down. Still, you've earned a rest.
All right, let's get to sleep. We're only on day 4. I think we've gotten quite a bit done in a short amount of time as far as the game is concerned.
Across the room, the heating system hums its soft lullaby.
Oh no.
The mattress feels soft and sheets warm. It only takes you moments for the world to fall away.
Here comes our terrible dreams again.
Thoughts, baby. A million little lights in the dark. You're one fine instrument, brother. All those faces and all those names. All that laughter and screaming and scheming around. Every corner and every street.
This guy must have wrecked his voice to do these. That's got to be so hard to do.
Recorded in you forever on Faraday.
Spinning in eternity.
On and on it goes for untold hours. At the disco where you first asked her to dance. Rising, rising above the dark curvature, the great wingspan of sleep, studded with stars.
Behold, there are millions of them down there. The first time, the last time, the smoke in her mouth, the plotted flowers, the faces turning, changing.
What is it?
It's the world, Harry boy, and you're made of it. Every day you're out there, you make more of yourself from it. I'm afraid you can't be unmade now.
Are they just trying to say the world affects us?
You can never forget this shit.
The rain, the snow? I don't want to. It's beautiful.
Beautiful. It's stuck on loop, whirling, spitting out words and images.
You're the son of the world again. Harrister, a ceaseless agent, picking up litter and old newspapers, collecting your little bubblegum wrappers and idiotic picture postcards. Meaningless keepsake.
We have picked up a lot of trash to sell, but that's because we're broke. Come on, give me a break.
Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world. An address book you are. The map of a city.
That's right, I am an agent of the world.
You'll go insane if you keep going like this. One more day, and you'll be in the loony bin. I just know you will. And for what, brother man?
Solving your little crossword puzzles. Doing your tasks. Crossing names off lists. Trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth.
Why?
'Cause only love can break your heart.
This is getting weird. Okay, feel the pillow under your cheek.
Beep, beep, beep. The alarm is ringing, Harry. The disco circus goes on and on. You barely slept 3 hours last night.
Oh no, I need more than 3 hours of sleep. I can usually go on about 5 hours of sleep. If I get less than 5, I'm hurting. If I can get 6 or more, I'm okay. How about you guys? How much sleep do you guys need to feel like you're pretty functional?
You can do it. It's nothing. Do it for the city. Go. Do it for the wind.
Open your eyes. Every night, these weird dreams, always plotting against me. Trying to make me feel like we can't do these things. Alright, we got our health and morale back up to max level. Nice. I like their little animations of getting up, sitting down, and all that. We don't see everything up close very often, but they actually did a really good job with the detail of those kind of things. Alright, well, with new day, what should we start off with doing? I guess interviewing people on this side of the island? Check our little notebook. So we do have to determine where the shot came from. We gotta check for bullet traces in those 3 places. Ask about Ruby in the village. And I kind of want to find that buoy as well. Oh, you know what? I forgot. We still have to do a advanced analysis using hand-eye coordination on the bullet. I was thinking, where is that from? But let me try to do that real quick. It's in our inventory. Let's see, if you get less than 6 hours of sleep, you will not be able to function much for the entire day. Oh no, yeah, certain people need more sleep than others for sure. I typically get between 5 and 6. 6, I feel like I did okay. If I get 7 hours or more, that's fantastic. But if I get at least 5, I'm okay for the day. There's oftentimes I jump on stream, which for me, I start streaming fairly late and I go up until almost my bedtime. I'm working on only 5 hours of sleep. Where was that? Under items? Interact? I had a bullet here somewhere. Here it is, fractured bullet. Okay.
The bullet is still safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp.
I need to put another point into hand-eye coordination to get that one. Unfortunately, I don't have any to level up right now, but next time we do level up, maybe we'll do that one so we can try the bullet again. So it said maybe we want to talk to the leader. This is her right here.
The waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards. Simmer down, bastards.
We have a very low chance of asking her on a date. Oh, I forgot when we got rid of Kim, we should have asked her. I didn't think about it. Actually, wait. We tell Kim to take off for a second?
Excuse me?
I don't want to tell him I want to work this case alone. That's mean.
You have a distinctive way of working.
A moment passes. The lieutenant glances.
Yeah, I don't want to send him away.
The waves are beginning to die down.
Okay, so let's tell her we're looking for someone else, actually.
Oh? Who?
And you only feel great if you get like 9 or 10 hours of sleep. Oh my gosh, I can't remember the last time I got 9 hours of sleep. I probably had the flu or something. I bet when I was really sick, I was able to get that much sleep. But normally, I don't even let myself get more than 8. I usually set my alarm for that. Yeah, it could be so many things too. Honestly, sometimes it's just genetics. Some people seem to run great on less sleep. Some people need more. It really just depends person to person. Some people sleep hardly at all, but they nap during the day. And they kind of balance it out that way as well. So I'm looking for a suspect who might have stayed in this neighborhood. I never nap, by the way. I've just never been able to.
Okay. When did this person stay here?
Very recently, over the past few days, she might have arrived on Friday.
Oh. I've been out on the sea for most of the past week. The weather's been good for fishing, so I usually start at 4 in the morning.
Really?
Yes, that's the optimal time. Got to make the most of the calm. I've been sleeping like a corpse after.
Speaking of sleep.
The sea really takes its toll. Now I'm just waiting for the wind to settle to get out there again. Sorry I couldn't help you out. Maybe I can help you find someone else.
That's it. I'm not looking for anyone else right now.
Well, how can I assist you then, officer?
Oh, nothing else right now, but there's some more folks we can talk to around here. There's a boat floating freely in the water, unmoored. Hey, who's this?
I'll just keep the Corda Lacey in the channel, if that's okay. It's too shallow near the pier.
Joyce is over here. That kind of surprised me.
Hi, ma'am. And it's a jetty, by the way.
Of course. Jetty. I prefer a good jetty to a pier any day. Jetty.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, detectives.
She fastens the end of the line around the post and straightens her back.
It's good to see you here. I only just arrived myself.
What brings you here, madame?
Nothing, really. I've had my eye on this jetty for weeks now, so I decided to investigate it personally. This cluster of buildings isn't on any of the official maps, as far as I can tell.
Kind of interesting that she came here, isn't it? So how do you like it here? We look around.
How do I like it?
She casts her gaze toward the village, slush melting on the cinder blocks, construction work left half-finished 10 years ago.
Water drips down eaves of Eternite. The jetty below her feet creaks to the tune.
It's pornographically poor. The street has no name. All the men are dead or missing. And is that the carcass of a motor carriage over there?
Yeah, it's pretty bad. She squints her eyes.
I'm surprised that woman hasn't put me to the sword yet. Maybe she will. You should ask your questions while you can.
Dark eyes survey the coast leading up to Martinez. Dull grey metal rests in her scabbard. A sword. The wind is too loud for her to hear.
That's right, she has a really big sword, just used for intimidation.
Fortunately for you, madame, the RCM is on the scene.
Real men, real politics, real thoughts in your head.
We'll just say nothing right now.
She could easily just...
She leans against the railing, looking up at the gray sky.
You detect a note of longing in her voice. Above you, there forms a quilt of alto-cumulus clouds, twisting into each other. The wind tugs and stretches them over the bay. Their cloud shadows slide over the ruins of Revachol West. Wherever they pass, the temperature drops slightly, but perceptibly.
You know, the game might have been a little bit quiet for you guys. I think I used to have it louder. I totally forgot to turn it up after we did Jackbox. My bad.
It's early spring, and the rains are coming. An officer enters a low hut of stone and wood. Inside, weapons are piled against the walls. Rifles with splintering stocks, and swords. Tens, if not hundreds.
I mean, luckily I'm pretty quiet when they're talking, so you should be able to still hear them clearly, but I like their voices to be a little bit louder, maybe about as loud as mine, because I'm not going to talk over them.
They're antiques, says Lieutenant John, the archetype McCoy, to his partner. They're digging them up from the catacombs now, fixing them. Old caches from the revolution. The children carry them up. Come May, the streets will be flooded. Outside, the wind rattles the loose hatches, flooded with cheap weapons in angry hands.
That sounds terrifying.
Have I told you how they discovered this place?
This island?
No, they're in Celindian, Isola.
No, you haven't told me how they found it.
Well, your condition has left you no worse off than most of these people. The literacy rate is around 45% west of the river.
Wow.
50 years of occupation have left these people in an oblivion of poverty.
"45% is about where I operate. Things are getting better, though." I'll just say oblivion. That's so me.
I knew you would sympathize. Most Revacholians will never know what this place means. Our home. This island of matter. Or why they were ferried over in the first place. Remind me to tell you one day. For now, how can I assist you in this new location?
Well, tell me now. We have time. Or tell me something else then. Let's do that.
Of course. I hear you have singled out a suspect and are in pursuit. This is cause for cautious optimism. How can I help you at this juncture?
Who told you? How did you hear that? Okay, well, we'll show her our badge. We found our badge, by the way.
By love, you did.
She inspects the piece of blue plastic, her eyes scanning from left to right.
Pleased to meet you, Lieutenant W. Frater Dubois. I am glad to see a man of high qualification. The situation is precarious.
There we go. Now it's official.
What can I help you with, Lieutenant Frater?
Fortunately, we don't have anything else right now. Thank you. That's all for now. Yeah, what is she doing over here? Is that suspicious? Should we worry about her? I'm not sure why she dropped on by. Let's check out this old lady. She might know something. She might have seen something. She's always outside.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
Have you seen a red-haired woman named Ruby around the coast?
Nay, I haven't seen anyone lately.
Okay, but do you know who I'm talking about?
This is my little cinder block town. I know what goes on around here.
She's being evasive. She knows something.
What you doing, old lady?
There was a murder in Martinez. She might be a suspect. We would appreciate your help.
There you go, Kim.
Would you now? I know how this world works, and it doesn't work when people tell on each other.
Let's say you know something. We're here to help. Come on.
Aye, that you are, Dark Omen. Help yourselves and your organization. Help the storm clouds gather on the horizon.
I see. You know something, but you decided not to tell us.
There's not much to tell. People come and go. Now, was there something else?
I see, ma'am. I hope you don't mind if we look around anyway.
You should look around your shack. Maybe she's rented it out to others too.
And we'll say we found this jacket, but it's filthy. Could you wash it for me?
I can wash it for you, but it's going to take about a half an hour. Think you can stay put for that long?
Maybe.
Hell yeah. No, we must run around ceaselessly. It would be torture to stay put.
I love that. No.
I could use a breather before another rainy day begins.
Okay, yeah, we'll wait. 30 minutes, we just barely got started.
Well, hand it over then, and I'll see what I can do. Must say, I'm proud of this one. It's pretty nice underneath all that filth. I hope you'll have an easier life in your hands.
All right, I'm off. Thank you. So, that jacket that we just got washed, I think it's this one. We get plus pain threshold and half-light. That's pretty cool. I assume that was the jacket. It's hard to tell. We have so many different jackets, but that's the one we just got. Okay, well, we'll look around for clues a little bit. Talk to the kids, maybe.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do it.
Hey, kids, have you seen any bad people around?
What bad people?
One of the twins looks up, his mouth slightly open.
I don't think questioning 4-year-olds without their parents present is going to crack the case.
Probably not.
Then we're definitely doing it.
And then you could just say, children are stupid. Can I ask both of them or just
the scruffy-haired little boy kicks a
Yeah, they're like a group. Okay. What about this? Can we go in this place? We can. I think this might be the old lady's house. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, we talked to this little girl earlier.
Hello, mister.
Do you know anyone named Ruby?
Ruby. Ruby.
Suddenly, the girl gets all serious and leans in, as if she's about to tell you a secret.
My mom tells me I'm a big girl, but she doesn't know that I can't say Earl. Or sometimes I can, but then Uller.
She's having a hard time with her L's and R's, huh?
Kids.
Are the twins outside your brothers?
Yes. They don't want to play with me. They're older and play outside. They look the same. Sometimes I can't tell them apart.
They look identical, right? I said the same thing.
They look identical.
She slowly processes a word, then snickers with laughter.
Bye!
Is that the phasmid? It looks like the phasmid, leaning against the wall.
Wait, a phasmid leaning against the wall? What is it talking about? I don't see anything. Let's leap towards the phasmid and clasp it in our hands. Now, let's try to sneak up on it.
It's not the phasmid. It's not even organic. It's a fire iron. How disappointing.
I like this. This is what I get for trying to be a scientist instead of a cop. I mean, I'm not even a good cop. Let's not put ourselves down. We might lose points for that. Let's say, I can't believe it.
Right? You'll have better luck next time, though. The phasmid. Finding it is your destiny.
Give the dream of discovering Insulidian phasmid a rest for now. That was so random, just in their house. So we're looking for the 3 sniper spots where there could be gun residue, and we need to chat with all the people just kind of around here to see if they've seen anybody, get some of their clues. I remember this place is pretty dang huge. The water runs from the rest. The source is upstream. Broken pipe? This is interesting. We're seeing places kind of be uncovered, but I know I've been here before.
Hello. Isn't this a fine morning?
You were showing your kid this wall yesterday. I'm looking for a suspect. Have you seen anyone suspicious around?
No, I'm afraid I can't help you with this one, officer. It's just a regular day off for me and Mikhail here.
You guys have a lot of days off, don't you?
So you haven't seen anyone around?
No, I'm sorry. As I said, this is just a day off. We just arrived anyway.
There's something friendly and familiar in how he says that. A day off.
Yeah. What's a day off? I don't understand. That's a dead end over there. I wish I could get a more detailed view of this whole area, just because it's actually pretty large on this side of the island. Kind of hard to know what's where. This is one of those phasmid cages. That's right, we're supposed to reload these things.
The locusts aren't doing all too well, but they're still in there. This isn't the empty trap. That one was by the canal.
Oh, maybe we have to go back to that trap and reset it. What is this over here? Hey, some money. You know, it looks like there's something on this building over here. When I press that button, I can see something on the roof. How do I get up to the roof there? It looks like there's a ladder right over there. Oh, it looks like it's kind of caved in. I don't know if there's an easy way up there. Okay, we've explored that area, but there was something down here we missed. What is this?
You pick up the handset. There's a tone. The machine is operable.
Oh, that's right. We did this before. We can make a phone call. It was fun. It just wastes money. It looks like we got a new skill. Okay, we should put this in... I think it was hand-eye coordination. Is that right? Oh no, I can't level it up anymore. Crap, how do I... I'm confused. I didn't think about this situation. So in my thing right here, the bullet
is still safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM
I have to put another point into hand-eye coordination before I can open up that check. But I can't level up because I haven't maxed out. Does that just mean I'm screwed out of it? What if I equip an item? Whoops. That has more hand-eye coordination. Would that help me? Let's try that out. We gotta have one piece of clothing that helps with hand-eye coordination. This one does. Pinball Maker's Coat. Okay, let's try this. Now let's go back to interact and the bullet.
The bullet is still safely sealed away.
No, it's still locked.
In a plastic
Okay.
bag.
It was worth a shot. You know, I think I'm probably going to go back to... Oh, I don't know. Hand-eye coordination is really useful too. Maybe we'll stick with that for a little bit. Oh, is this the church that we can't get into?
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you.
We did get the key.
The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and use the padlock, and hopefully there's no dead bodies in here, because those kids locked somebody or some people in here, and no food, no water.
The lock turns easily. You hear a click as the shackle pops open. Feels like electricity, and a very small piece of nothingness.
What does that mean? Feels like electricity?
Let's go.
The lieutenant nods to you. Pull on the doors.
A great whoosh of air rushes into the dark innards of the church, as though rushing to fill a great vacuum. In the heart of the city.
Ooh, interesting. We might have to break out our flashlight for this one. It'd be dark in here. Definitely gonna save it first. Interesting. Okay, it's not that dark. Strange stillness fills you as you look ahead. You should walk here, not run. More of the forked lighting patterns you saw outside. The grotesque wooden figure looks half-finished. Feels like it's trying to become one with the church. That's creepy. I like the music in here. Very moody. The blackboard is filled with complex equations. They look recent. Something to do with radio frequencies? I mean, they were using a tuner outside. Two deck reel-to-reel tapes spinning on empty. Cold wind blows from the broken gallery. It makes your skin crawl. A portable Harnan Howie tape recorder. Someone's siphoning electrical current from outside into this antenna. All kinds of equipment in here.
A machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity.
The hell is that noise?
Another radio computer. And this time it's already turned on.
He seems cautious around the machine.
These machines sometimes harbor traps, he thinks. Alarm systems and the like. Let's be careful.
Oh, okay.
We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case.
Okay, before we spring a trap, let's look around a bit more. We'll come back to that. Because of course I have to investigate it, right? What is this? A bowl is filled with water. A live wire runs directly into it. Yeah, we didn't know what that was all about. Could these wires connect as microphones?
The silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. All the shifting matter and shuffling of living things is gone. Nothing seems to exist beyond the church anymore.
So weird.
Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be completely silent.
Wait, I think I hear something.
And then it's gone. Almost all of it. But for the faintest of hums.
Wow. Yeah, I just got really quiet.
You can hardly hear your own breathing.
Holy crap, I have two options. Yell as loud as you can or stomp your feet and clap your hands. I'm going to let you guys choose because I have no idea which is which. Which one's going to get us in trouble, which one's going to help. Maybe it doesn't matter, but I'm going to go ahead and put the vote on there. So if you guys want to vote on which of these terrible things we should do in this quiet area, possibly setting off a trap or scaring somebody away, you guys can go ahead and vote. I don't want to choose. Oh, you guys are going to make me choose. Let's stomp our feet and clap our hands.
You produce a few muffled thumps, after which the silence feels even more total, somehow.
Okay, I guess we have to do both anyway. Yell as loud as you can.
Your voice is barely audible. Not a howl, but the softest of whimpers.
How is it like destroying our audio here? This is weird.
It's unnerving.
Turn to Kim. What's happening?
The lieutenant points to his ears and shakes his head. Then he leans closer.
He can't even hear us.
Can you hear anything?
Almost nothing, and it's beginning to worry me.
The church just has strange acoustics, some engineering trick.
His detached tone conceals how uncomfortable he is.
Whatever it is, it's definitely real. Something odd is happening around us.
The lieutenant doesn't reply, but you can sense him tense up next to you.
Look up into the bell tower.
The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead.
Ooh. Okay, well, let's try this. It's a red check. We only get one chance at this. I'm going to go ahead and ask you guys for help. I need perception. Which skill is perception? It's under motorics. So try to give me some more motoric skills if you can. I'm going to click on the button. You guys have about 15 seconds on screen. You want to click the motorics button and then click on vote. And I think it also asks you to click something else to take away from me. That's okay. But you got to do both of that to actually make it do anything at all. Okay, time's up. Let's see. Nope, still 28%. Okay, well, we don't have too much of a chance, but let's just give it a shot. Boom! I rolled a 10. Nice. What do we see in the shadows? Is there someone up there?
It's like there's something moving up there. A shadow has emerged from the tower and it's making its way toward you through all the other shadows.
Follow the shadow's movement.
It's not a shadow anymore, becoming more substantial as it gets closer. The shape of an animal descends.
Oh crap, are we gonna get attacked by something in here?
Officer, Is there something up there?
The lieutenant follows your gaze, attempting to see whatever it is you are seeing.
Oh no. You've lost sight of it. Where did it go?
On the ceiling?
Yes. The darkness makes the ceiling feel infinitely far away.
Let's blink. Someone right there.
You see something hanging from the rafters, looking straight at you.
Tiago?
With dark eyes.
That who that is? Tiago? What?
Maybe it's possible to talk to it.
This is getting weird. Let's go ahead and save it again. What is going on?
The shadow is a man. A man made of the same stuff as the carpentry of the building. He is studying you intently.
Okay, that's creepy as hell. He's not a person. He's made of just the wood and stuff around the building. Let's say nothing. Let's be quiet for now.
The man leaned forward a little, fixing you with a steady, unreadable gaze, then speaks.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry. Everything's gonna be all right. You come to the right place.
The right place for what?
Here you can receive the mother's love. And when you're ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of the despair at the bottom of that bottle.
Well, I mean, he does know us. We do drink a lot.
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user. Do we really need to question him?
I'm put off by this religious stuff, he thinks. And maybe the ceiling climbing, too. It's all very hard to square with the lieutenant's own view of reality.
Well, I mean, that's what the kids outside were saying. There's probably a lot of drug addicts in here.
Hey, and what was that about the bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately. Lay off it already. Shish.
Go do that. I'm a policeman. I need to talk to you about police things. I don't know anything about alcohol use.
Oh yeah, sure. You don't know anything about alcohol use. You got it all under control, Way. I could smell the control all the way over here.
Let's do that. Okay, fine. I'm struggling, but I don't need you to lecture me. I know what I need to do.
Not all of it. I was like you once. You don't know all the havoc Albino is wrecking on your mind and your spirit. Necesita parar, homie.
You know, actually, since we're here, you may want to pay attention to what the ceiling climber is saying.
Really, Kim? Surprised you would say that.
If the lieutenant agrees, then maybe, just maybe, you should pay attention.
Kim's a smart guy. I tend to listen when he speaks.
Look at these crazies. What is this? A fucking intervention?
Fuck you, Crabman! You don't tell us what to do! Tell him!
Our Ty always chimes in with the greatest stuff. Crabman? Let's just say for some reason, I feel like you have a point there.
Don't trust me. Trust the mother. I'm only the messenger, Holmes.
His voice echoes in the cold air of the church. I forgot about that ability to learn new thoughts and increases your stats.
This is the Church of the Mother of Silence. You are welcome here.
He sways gently on the beams, waiting for you to take it all in.
This Mother of Silence sounds like a serious player. You might want to be careful until you find out what you're dealing with.
I say, did you climb down from the church tower?
Sure did, Holmes.
Are you human? You weren't moving like a human. I like that.
I am. At least in part, Holmes. Into the mother's love burns away the cruel distinctions of the body.
Hey, are you a boyadero?
A boyadero? No, Holmes. I don't go in for that kind of thing. It's all about surrendering to the mother now.
You sound like you're not from around here.
Haven't you ever met a Mex before? Cabrón. Surprising number of us around Rabashaw.
What's a mesk?
You know, I'm not so sure myself anymore. Don't really matter, though.
Well, at least you're human. That's a relief.
Glad you're feeling more comfortable. First-timers are always nervous.
I like this. There must be something illegal about living in a church ceiling. I don't know what yet, but there must be.
Oh man, I would love to see that statue. I'm sure I'd be trespassing if the church was in use. But it's not, hombre. I done my share of illegal shit. Used to be in a gang, the whole deal. But even memories of that time are fading. Most of them are already gone.
Not like that. I lost my memory too, and it haunts me.
No, man. You gotta let that shit go. Then the mother's light touch will fill you with rapture.
Do you remember your name, sir?
The lieutenant is not particularly interested in this information. He's just trying to assert some control over the conversation.
Tiago's my name, but those syllables don't mean much to me these days. A name isn't just your identity, but also, so to speak, your place amongst your fellows, your place in the world. I ain't got no use for such a place anymore.
We'll just say, my name's Harry, and extend our hand out. I don't think he's going to shake it.
That's just the thing, Holmes. None of that matters.
He ignores your hand, his limbs a mere shadow below the ceiling. What are you doing here?
This is a special place. There's a perforation in the world up there, a way out into nothingness. This church was built around it for purposes of veneration. I circled it, nurtured by the silence bestowed by the mother. One of these days, I'll be pure enough to go drink from it directly.
I still don't understand what you're doing in this church.
I'm a seraph, Holmes. I sing the mother's glory.
Singing is good. We should all sing a bit more.
I don't mean literal singing, Holmes. This is the mother of silence we're talking about. It's the singing of a burning heart.
Preaching, not singing.
You may be thinking, but fire crackles. No, Holmes. That's the material that's burning. The flames themselves are without sound.
All right, we had other questions.
The sinewy figure lingers on the wooden beams, blending into the shadows.
Some ravers want to turn this place into a nightclub. They want to get rid of you.
The ones in the tent outside, right? I see them. Think they scared of me.
So what do you think about the nightclub, that is?
Why not? They wouldn't bother me none. I'm usually way up there, imbibing. Ain't no music on earth that can reach where I go.
Amazing that you could be up there and just ignore a rave downstairs.
Might even be nice to have some company.
He said that in spite of himself. He's more attached to the human than he'd like to think.
And do you know where the other spooker is? We point at the strange machines around us.
¿Other spooker? Oh, esa viejita es muy estudiosa. Don't know, Holmes.
Wait, so there is another person living in the church, and it's a viejita?
No. I just call her viejita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young. Or maybe not that young. Age is just one of the many masks we wear.
Does she have red hair and go by Ruby?
Wait, what if it's Ruby?
Mm-hmm.
Did it ever seem to you like she was hiding here from something?
The lieutenant seems to be thinking the same. He takes out his little notebook.
You mean like a fugitive?
He glances at the abandoned radio computer on the other side of the nave, pulsing with light. He then shakes his head.
No, man. Quite the opposite. I don't think she cared much about authority or anything else for that matter. Maybe only about her machines.
I see. And where is she now?
I told you, Holmes. I don't know.
How can you not know when you both live here?
Don't really follow her comings and goings. Just see her typing on her computer now and then. We got different interests.
So you've got nothing else to tell me? How she looks, what she does, who is she?
I'm afraid not, Essay. You just have to wait until she comes back, or...
He shrugs.
Or search through her radio computer.
Yeah, okay, thanks. See, I know Kim didn't want us to do that, but oh yeah, we're 100% doing that. A cracked pane of glass, colorful. Frost has drawn flowers in the glass, obscuring the view. A figure drawn in frost in the window, depicting a deer. Ooh, what is this? A scarf? Hey, as your pain threshold, that's pretty cool. I don't know how a scarf could do that. Doesn't really... I guess it could provide a little bit of armor for your neck, potentially. A spider has spun its web around the wood-carved pillar. Oh, that looks like there's some money or something up here. We have to go around the other side. Oh, maybe he is going this way. Come on. Take your time. Don't worry. No rush. There we go. Ooh, these shoes give us plus to empathy. And there's some money. Sweet. Okay, well, let's save it, and then we'll try this computer, see if we can hack in there and find out whose it is.
A machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity. The lieutenant doesn't say anything, but you can sense that he doesn't like you meddling with the machine.
Okay, wait. Let me just investigate it. We step behind the computer.
You see fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment is wide open.
This computer makes the weirdest sounds.
The lieutenant says nothing.
You
see the machine's glowing frame reflected back from his diamond-shaped glasses. You're free to proceed.
Let's look inside the compartment.
Behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says, in black marker, log, February to March.
So we can find out what they've been doing.
Another filament memory. Press play to talk with the repeater.
Let's do that. Press play.
A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. Oh no, it was already glowing and now it's also making a sound? It's probably some alien zeolite technology.
Zeolite?
The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Good morning, Fortress Accident on Saint-Brune. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
That's the old lady that gave us the room, isn't it?
This is a human interface. A retired person sitting behind a switchboard somewhere.
What's the personal log?
The filament you have inserted into the core.
You mean the glowing thing with the tape on it that says log? We'll just say, oh yeah, thanks for the explanation.
That was a question. Have you inserted it into the core?
Yes.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Oh crap.
Let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer. Maybe he knows something.
Okay, do we just say we don't know the password? I want to come back to this.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
Ah, crap. Now they're going to have history of me doing it.
That sounds bad. A login attempt. Something a criminal would do.
Fortress Accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
What's Fortress Accident?
The company on whose name the terminal you're currently using has been registered to.
Do you have any other information about this company?
One moment.
You hear her flip through a catalog before she reads out the who the studious care, or with studious care.
Fortress Accident, SCS. produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games. That's what the catalog says.
And what's that? This interactive call-in radio game?
Any other questions?
I don't think she really answered us. What are you, a machine or are you alive? That's definitely a person. Okay, we'll say thanks, but I'm finished with this call.
Goodbye, Fortress Accident.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons.
Let's try the print button.
Nothing happens.
Ah. Okay, so we need to look around a bit more. Maybe we'll find something as a hint to this password. Now that we've talked to him, I don't really see anything else that lighting up here. But what is this giant hole in the wall?
In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced and sad. A dark and radiant majesty.
Pretty cool looking artwork.
Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress. You should kneel.
You can kneel or no? Let's go ahead and kneel.
Your knees touch the floor. The floorboards are hard and cold. There you kneel among the snowdrifts, diffuse light falling on your hands from beyond the glass.
Close your eyes first.
The world is silent, but for the creaks and cracks of the massive wooden structure behind you, it covers you from the wind outside. In the darkness, you sense her eyes on you, inspecting you with their multicolored glass, as if you're a bug under a microscope.
Let's open our eyes.
The woman looks down at you kneeling. She towers among her followers, architects, laymen, courtiers. There is a sad smile on her lips and a glint in her green-blue eye of what? Compassion? Remorse?
I'm going to say it's mourning.
As that terrible word passes through your mind, the lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross from shoulder to shoulder.
He's doing his own little religious thing. Do the same as you get up.
Your fingertips touch your chest 4 times. Then you rise from your knees into the apricot-colored light of the window. Above you, the woman still smiles her distant smile, sundered by the crack in the glass.
Let's come back to this. I want to try to reconstruct that cracked glass. But we need visual calculus for that. And I'm going to need your guys' help, if you can, give me some more points in that as well. So if I go to my clothes, I had a few things that gave me visual calculus. Or do I already have them equipped? Maybe I never took them off. No, this helps me. Okay, we'll put that on. Okay, I think that was it. So, I mean, that helps a little bit. Let's go ahead and do this again.
The mother of humanism stands
above 42%, that's
precious
big.
and complex wax painting.
So, visual calculus.
A crack runs across the length of her body, her face oval and
so
sad.
When I click on this, if you guys can give me intellect, that would help. There we go. Okay, you should have a chance to do it now. I could try it on my tablet, but it doesn't seem to work on my tablet. Do any of you guys on mobile have the ability when I click those buttons to do anything on the screen? I don't know if it works on phones and tablets. I think it might only be on the desktop version. Oh, didn't help. Okay, well, let's go ahead and try this. Come on, good roll. We need better than a 6, I guess. Maybe we need like a 7 or 8 or more.
The shards glimmer in the dark. You see little pearls of light on the edges of the crack that splits the female figure. Something was written there. Remains of broken letters line the emulsion. What it said, you do not know.
Darn, that would have been nice. Okay, well, let's just do this one as well. Let's see if we can... We'll have to roll really good for this. How do we know this mother of humanism?
It's a mystery.
Nope.
A mystery sprinkled with self-pity and regret.
We rolled a 6.
For some reason, unknown to your mind, looking at her delicate eyes makes you feel like you're ready for drowning. All you know is,
Oof.
this is the young mother of humanity, and that you should go. Do something else. Escape her sad, worry-worn look.
Let's ask him, who is this?
It's Dolores Day. The old woman was right. This is the Dolorian Church of Humanity in Martinez, or the Small Paimo Church in some records.
So you knew of this place?
It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. It was built not long after Ravachol's founding, 300 or so years ago, by first-generation settlers.
What else do you know?
There used to be 7 stave churches on the coast. Les Sept Sœurs, they call them. The 7 Sisters. Only one remains. The rest were burnt in the revolution or used for building materials. We should be respectful here, although the building appears to be deserted.
No, there's someone here.
I do not believe we'll find the instigator here. Something else, perhaps?
He looks at the machinery on the ground.
There it is again. A small pen of guilt. It's time to ask him what happened here.
Do you know why it was abandoned?
I have a theory, yes. There was a police raid a while back. I heard the place was shot to pieces. The old woman in the village was being tactful with us when she didn't mention it. She has more respect for the RCM than many around here.
Who conducted the raid?
Well, your station was involved, I hear. Although I can't be sure.
Oh, it might have been us that raided this church. You're not sure?
3 precincts were involved in the raid, and people say Precinct 41 was one of them.
I don't remember being here, but we don't remember anything.
I am pretty sure it was a clandestine operation. I don't know anything more about it, why it was conducted, or who participated. I try not to pry into extra-district matters.
All right, if I was here, I should find out what I was doing.
Good luck. You will not get information on a confidential operation from your station secretary just by calling. If you really don't remember, it might be better to keep this one forgotten. It happened a while ago. It's unimportant to our business in Martinez now.
It's true. It has nothing to do with the case. It's just more interesting. You know, before we go any further, I should definitely put another point into this. Oh, we have to unlock a new skill. That's right. Okay, let's go ahead and unlock a new one of these. So we have 2 things we can try to learn. Some kind of superstar or wasteland of reality. You never know what you're really going to get from these. For a certain amount of time, like this one's 20 hours. That was only 1 hour and 10 minutes. Your skills are lower, but once you finish, you get something back. This one's short. Let's go ahead and do this one. So we have -2 logic for a little while. But 1 threshold. So once that's done, we should be good.
The mother of you.
Okay, I think we're done in the church for now. At least we can talk to those kids and tell them more about what we found. There's not a whole bunch of drug addicts in here. There's 1 drug addict, potentially, up on the ceiling, being weird. We'll have to talk to him again, too. But this area probably has nothing to do with the suspect. The bummer, every time you go out, everything becomes shrouded in darkness again. Like, I wish it would keep every place you've been completely open, so every time you go, you can, you know, explore and know you've been there before. The chain trails off into the ocean to who knows where.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle.
We can ask, could this structure have been used to take the shot?
From here to the whirling? I can't see how. The church is in the way.
I figured as much. Our interfacing is so low, it's not worth trying this. Maybe we can get something to help us with that check, but at 3%, we'd have to roll 12 to do it successfully. I don't see the point. Here's another one of these things. I don't think this is the one that was tripped, though.
The locusts aren't doing all too well.
Yeah, that's not the empty trap. And there's this little tower right here. This is interesting.
Is there something here that would indicate a sniper used this place as a nest for taking the shot? Just some urban detritus, a bottle, and a dilapidated old comms tower.
I don't see it, Lieutenant W. Freighter. I don't see a person take a shot here and hit something there, in the whirling in rags.
Let's look over the water to the whirling in rags.
There, 1.2 kilometers over the cold water of the bay, blue from the distance and the air, you see the smallest rectangle, barely visible.
So there is a clear shot.
A glowing light on the third floor of the whirling in rags. With binoculars, you would see a young woman's shape move behind the glass, her limbs long and slender.
The heck was that noise?
Smoking, drinking, being happy and elated without you. Because you're here, freezing in the wind, aren't you? Doing your detective work.
Well, maybe the assailant climbed the comms tower and took the shot from there?
It's not possible to climb that ladder. And even if it were, why? There's no platform up there to aim from.
True, you'd just be standing on the ladder. Maybe the campfire was used by the perpetrator?
To warm his hands before pulling the trigger? Perhaps. But anyone could have made this. The coast is specked with fire this time of year. Truthfully, this seems like a very poor choice to take a 1.2 kilometer rifle shot from. Visibility is awful. There's water vapor everywhere. I think we can rule out Beatable Prime, was it?
Well, there we go. That's one of the places knocked out. That's what we really want to do, is just check out every one of these sniper shot areas and just see if it seems possible. And if it is, we might find some gun residue, which will help us out. So let's see if we can find the other two. I think if I check this, it'll tell me where they were, actually. We need the boardwalk. I've been there before, and it just says the island. That's really generic. This whole thing is the island, isn't it? But maybe it's talking about something more specific. Okay, so I want to go back up to where this guy was. I thought that I kept going... Was it this way? And this is how I found the boardwalk earlier, I think. Let's try this really quick. Oh, wait, is this the... Classier's bag of like all of her documents and stuff she hid in the water? Could this buoy be Classier, what Classier told you about? Check it out.
A metal and plastic contraption bobs up and down amidst the trembling reeds. At first, it just looks like trash, but if you look closer...
That over there must be the boy Classier told us about, the one she hid her passport in. We should take a look.
There we go. Nice.
Yes, spindly extremities have been here. Snap the cords keeping the buoy in place. A little longer, and it will be floating somewhere out in the open sea.
What?
Moves across the water, leaving no traces. You're cold again, as always.
Yes, but who or what is this?
Splendor.
Pick up the buoy.
The buoy is not tied to anything. The cords dangling from the bottom really have been torn or cut. You lift it out of the water easily, noticing how light it is.
Examine the plastic ball.
The number 11 has been written on the yellow plastic. It hasn't been in the water for very long, but it's already discolored and slimy with silt. A latch holds it close, but only just barely. The brittle metal of the latch has cracked.
Simple construction. Very unsafe.
Okay. Let's, shake the buoy.
There's something in there, splashing around.
Sniff the buoy.
It smells like you would expect it to smell. A concentrated version of the coast. Salt, industrial slop, and decay.
I don't know why. I mean, could there be a trap? I don't know. But Let's open it up.
A shot glass's worth of seawater pours out. Some algae. And nothing else.
Yeah. Let's shake the booty, Nate. Smell the booty. Yeah, I could see how that would be very confusing. You're like, what the hell is going on in this game, right?
Well, damn.
No documents. Who do you think took them?
I have no idea.
This is a minor quirk. We know what was in the buoy anyway. Well, not exactly.
Or think we do. This is a small loose end, either way. Not important, I hope.
Maybe Classier took them herself?
That may very well be the case. We should keep an eye on her. Nothing more for us to do here. Let's go.
And this is interesting. Damn, I felt really strange just now.
Mm-hmm.
And we're lucky it's still here. A little longer and it would have floated away.
We still got here too late. There's nothing of use here anymore.
Okay, let the empty buoy be. Or booty. Oh, I don't think I checked this one.
The locusts aren't doing all.
But that's not the empty trap. Okay, well, how do I get to the boardwalk again? That's a dead end. It might be on the other side. Maybe that's how I got there. This island is huge.
The locusts aren't.
It's not that one. Did I look at this one already?
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other.
Dang, I need more visual calculus to do this check again. It's hard to remember all these different checks that you need to put points into. A door, a building, a hiding place. Could the instigator be inside? I don't know. There's a lot of bullet holes there. That's kind of weird. Could they have been practicing a weapon or something? So what I think... What I really should do is when I level up, don't spend your points right away. Just wait until you come across one of those again, and then you can spend it to get that ability to try it out again. Okay, maybe I went up this way and then to the left, and that's how I get to the boardwalk? Or does this... No, this is a dead end too, isn't it? Yeah, that just ends right there. I could have sworn the boardwalk was like almost as far as I could go down the island, but maybe I'm mistaken. There's the church. And then I thought that I walked up here. Yeah, and this is a dead end over here too. Okay, so it's got to be back down there somewhere. This is as far out as I can zoom, which helps navigate this area. Even though the game looks cooler close up, seeing all the little details. I'm really trying to find out where I need to go first. Okay, that's a dead end over there too. Here's where the kids are though. I guess we can ask them now that we've gone inside the church and we're looking for Ruby. They might have some more information.
Yes?
Oh, didn't mean to click on you, Kim. Not that you're not great, but I'm trying to talk to the girl hiding right behind you.
The shaggy-haired girl kneels on the sea ice. She looks up as you approach.
So you talked to my associates, right? Are you going to help us?
Yeah, we're
With the
going to help you,
church,
all right?
I mean...
That's a good point, Spider Monkey. A lot of people compared this game to Planescape Torment, which was very much like Baldur's Gate, except there was very little combat. The game was all pretty much role-playing and like stat checks and like rolling dice and figuring out how things are going to turn out, making choices. That's what this game is, like a modern take on that, pretty much. So yeah, pretty much think Baldur's Gate, but modern-day detective story, and really no combat. There's a lot of ramifications, and you can get hurt and things, but it's much more the story and, you know, trying to use your detective skills to figure everything out. Let's say, yeah, we'll help you all right.
Great. Let us know if there's any progress, will ya? We've been waiting for weeks here.
First, have you seen any red-haired women around? Which, by the way, Spider Monkey, are you excited for Baldur's Gate 3? Which, it's already out in early access, but I want to wait until the game's actually done to play it. But I am super excited for it.
No.
Just no?
It's pretty desolate here. I only hear the dogs bark at night and see the shadows move down the coast.
We could say, oh, that's good. No neighbors to complain about noise when you get that club going again.
Exactly. It's our chance to turn the grim desolation into an overwhelmingly fun dance party.
Okay, that's it for now. Yeah, Spider Monkey, those developers that are working on it, they made the last game was Divinity Original Sin 2, and I played through that game. I thought it was fantastic. If you dig that old Baldur's Gate style of game, you should check it out sometime. It was a lot of fun. It was actually the first game I ever streamed on Twitch. I was just testing it out a little bit, and this was before the wedding and the honeymoon and all that. I didn't really start streaming until after that.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
These are the guys that want to take over the church to have their club. About the church, I checked it out.
And? What happened?
I talked to the shadow-clad being climbing the beams, a man living on the ceiling.
Oh man, the crab man you mean? Who is he? What did you think?
He seemed okay, to be honest. Very spiritual.
Really? Huh. Interesting. What's he doing in the church?
Just preaching and praying, from the looks of it.
No matter. Is he gonna be a problem?
I don't think he is. He's actually excited for you guys to come in.
Yeah, Noid is right. Let's get back to the point. What are we gonna do about it?
I love this. Of course he's a problem. He's a crab man. It makes me think of South Park. Crab people. I like this one. Actually, he told me he wouldn't mind the nightclub at all, pretty much. Tastes like crab people.
I don't know, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? A spooky guy climbing around when all the guests are trying to have nice, friendly hyper time?
I like this. Don't worry. I don't think he really gives a damn about you or anyone else. Therapy Android. How is it going, Therapy? Welcome. It's good to see you. Good morning.
I guess it's not a massive problem, now that I think of it.
If anything, he just might be harshing your mellow a little bit. Otherwise, it's no big deal.
Everyone is welcome to dance till the morning light! Yeah!
This guy.
Maybe. I guess we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about the other spooker? The one in Grandma's clothes? Did you see her?
I didn't see the other spooker, just some machines.
But she's in there somewhere. Has to be. Have you tried investigating the machines? Anyway, do let us know if you see her.
Oh, Therapy Android, I meant to ask you, how's the hand? Everything doing good? Is it healing up well? I had a weird problem with my hand this weekend. I guess it was Sunday night, but mostly Monday morning. I was having a terrible pain where I could hardly even close my hand like that. Like, it was miserable, just really tight. I thought, it's like, crap, am I getting some really bad arthritis or something? I wasn't sure. And then I was thinking back to what I did this weekend that could have, like, hurt my hand. And I think it was me actually moving a bunch of rocks. So we got a bunch of rocks delivered for some landscaping, and I didn't have a wheelbarrow. So I was just filling up one of those big, like, kind of industrial buckets, like they're plastic buckets, but you put heavy stuff in them. I was filling that up and then just kind of dead arming it across the yard to where I wanted to put it. I did that over and over and over again. I think what I did is, this thing was so heavy, I don't know how much it weighed, 100 pounds, 120 pounds, after I filled it with rocks, that I think I just overdid the muscles in my palm here. And after it had some time, it just really, really hurt. But it's doing a lot better now. I think by tomorrow it'll probably be 100% good, which is good because I tried to work out earlier today. or yesterday. It wasn't happening. I could not work out yesterday, but it's getting there. Okay, I have to put more points into logic before we can ask him about this. We'll just say that's it for now.
As always, so you had a talk with Andre, and now you want to discuss things with Noid. Good.
I just want to know if you've seen the woman I'm looking for.
It's good you talked to Andre first. Gave me time to get a reading on your sign. Can't really talk to people before you get a reading.
I like this. Tell me about the machines you saw in the church. Those machines, I'm not really sure what that was.
Weird stuff. Specialised. There was a data processor and some sort of long-wave machinery.
We need the password to the machine.
Wires going into water. Gives off a spy sign. Or some fucked up Samaran science sign. You know, the kind that goes head first into the supernatural.
It was one of those things, therapy, that I was like really worried that like, crap. It's just me getting old. But then when I was able to trace it back to something that I was doing the day before, I felt a lot better. I was like, okay, I just overdid it. It's going to heal itself. It'll be fine. So the supernatural. So you think it's real? That it actually exists?
Most of it doesn't exist. But there's also stuff that isn't allowed to exist.
How's your hand doing,
The
though?
moralists think it's too dangerous for the plebs.
Oh, it is doing better? You finally took the bandages off because the wound closed. Oh, that's such good news. Nice. So the pain is like mostly gone now? Do you have like full motion or anything?
Psionic powers, pale-related diseases, pretenders pretending to be human, folk rights, that kind of stuff.
Well, we got some more things to learn, like skill-wise. That's good. Okay, we'll say we'll come back later. Just a lot of scarring now, and it's still swollen. That is one, in a weird way, therapy. A good thing is it mostly like the bottom of your hand that's scarred or the top. But the way our like skin is on our hands and stuff, it seems to scar a lot less than if you had gotten like a cut on your arm or something. Like I got this nice. Does it show up? I don't think it does. Really bright. Right here. Oh, it's off camera. Can I change my arm like that? I can't really see it. Right here where my thumb is. A weird angle. You see there's like a cut right there? It's actually not a cut, it's a burn. But they got a nasty burn about a week ago. And it'll probably leave a little bit of a scar. But like on your hands and stuff, it seems like it does a pretty good job of not scarring too much.
Date of birth generator.
I know, trying to turn it around. It's like, oh god. Oh, we finished our
You were born in the year 07.
What we were doing.
In the last year of the commune of Revachol, right before it fell in the old mill.
Well, that's good. Now we get more logic, and all of our physical stuff is increased by 1. I know, no more UFC fighting, right, Spider? I'm definitely not made out for that.
A young man with, as though you're supposed to be sharing some tremendous evangelical secrets.
I wonder if Egg has seen the woman.
Hardcore!
There's still some time for full motion. You still have some surgical needles inside. Oh, so you just got the wrap off, but there's still some stuff in there they got to take care of. Well, I mean, still take it as easy as you can, but hey, it's progress, right? I'll just say, is it hardcore?
It's hardcore!
You're just going to keep saying hardcore, aren't you?
Skibbity, skibberdanger. I am the rearranger.
Egghead's weird.
Your cop training did not prepare you for this. What to do? Could there have been a right way out of this garden of forking paths, you think?
Wait, did I screw up that? Wait, what happened?
The young man with...
This is hardcore.
Let's say nothing.
Hardcore!
Still say nothing.
Hardcore to the mega.
Say nothing.
Internally coherent.
Still say nothing.
All core! All right! Yeah!
Still say nothing.
He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the stuffy tent.
Yeah, therapy. My guess is that we'll probably finish this game on Thursday. I kind of looked at like a walkthrough for like the chapters and stuff, and it looks like we're just about to reach part 2, which is kind of like where you hit a point of no return, and there's just a few tasks to do there. So my guess is we'll probably finish it on the long stream Thursday. He let out an agonized roar over the feeblish, obviously not too hardcore beat below. Let's just yell out, so hardcore, it's what he wants.
Is it though?
He stops dead in his tracks, tilting his head to the side. It is!
But is it? I mean, really?
He tilts his head to the other side like an owl.
Feels like you should reply with the very pinnacle of idiocy here, so that things get totally transcendent. But you haven't gotten there yet, so you don't know what to say.
Oh no, he's too smart for us. Okay, we'll just say, I was just thinking that too.
I am the mic enforcer. I am the chicks checker. Yeah!
Okay, we haven't figured out egg yet. We'll have to come back to that. Oh, it's so ridiculous, isn't it? Okay, so they have not seen Ruby at all. Yeah, we're pretty much right now, Therapy, at the point that we pretty much know who the killer is. With probably 80% certainty. So right now we're kind of hunting her down. Relax, it's not yours. You didn't crash every MC. Oh, was there another vehicle there crashed? Looking back at you from the rust-colored water. You. Looking at our reflection. Okay, I wanted to find one more of these. Let's zoom out here a little bit. I know, I could be wrong, Therapy. We could be wrong. That's the fun thing about detective games, is you're really just trying to put everything together as well as you can and hope you got the right answer, because you don't want to incriminate the wrong person, put the wrong person in jail. That'd feel bad. Okay, well, this is probably a good saving point. So in our missions right now, we need to check these last two places that are here on the island for any residue from a bullet, because they might have shot the gun from here. And then after that, we have to also ask everybody else in here about Ruby, where this lady might be hiding. We think that she's hiding somewhere here on this island as well. So yeah, I think we're getting pretty close to the end, which is cool. Okay, let's do a quick save. Let's do a more permanent save. There we go. I did see announcement for Oxenfree 2. That's really exciting. That is a game I would love to go back to and stream again before the new one comes out. Because, I mean, I've played Oxenfree a long time ago, but I've forgotten quite a bit of it. And honestly, I need a refresher before the sequel comes out. I don't know if it's directly related or not, but it's something I'd love to go back to.